I'm not upset at the action. I am upset at the time of the action. He could have did everything he did. He could have chin checked him. Hell, he could have knocked him out. He could have karate kicked him. He could have did whatever he needed to do, as long as he didn't do it at that time. It made him look, in my honest opinion, it made him look uncontrollable. Because what he did, the action didn't line up with, okay, first of all, he just laughed right before it happened. It wasn't a knock. He didn't trash her. He didn't say bald head scallywag. He didn't call her. He made a G.I. Jane reference, which was a phenomenal movie. Demi Moore looked great in it. I get the hair reference, but it ain't knocking. Sanaa Lathan did the shade. Tiffany Haddish did the shade. He could have said that to anybody, and it would have been a quick joke, a quick laugh like it was. The joke was already over before he even walked on stage. He didn't harp on it. He made his reference, okay? So I look at it from a Jada Pinkett manipulating Will Smith moment on top of all the other moments that they've had. This is another one, and he picked the wrong place to get his balls back.
So I slightly disagree with you. Slightly. And I want to address that whole Jada manipulating Will thing.
Okay.
Too. But for Chris Rock, I ain't really rocking with his ass either. Because if we're going to keep it 100, you are a black man who made a whole documentary about black hair and the importance of hair in our community. All right. Being 100, I believe full-heartedly that he knew that Will was supposed to win the Oscar that night. Truly did. But going back to what I'm saying is that as tight-knit as Black Hollywood is, and we just know that from the interviews and stuff, you would think that Chris Rock would have had enough sense not to talk about a woman with alopecia. I refuse to believe.
You think he knew that?
I absolutely believe that.
I mean, just think about how do you think he knew that?
It's too many connections that we know even in the business that he has. And I mean, I just don't understand. I don't understand how that joke flew by in the rehearsal, because it's clear that I would truly like to believe that's something that was rehearsed.
But but his wife, okay, put it like this, all right? You go to a comedy show. It don't matter what comedy. You go to a comedy show, you sit in that front row, you gonna get help, or you're asking to get help. In some way, shape, or form, some people dress up expecting it. They stand out on purpose, like, we in this front row. You've had comedians that have said way worse, that stayed on a joke, that stayed on something far longer. I mean, how long was the joke? I'd say it was a 10 second at the most.
I'll say 2 seconds. I'll say 2 seconds.
So in 2 seconds, a man that's known for doing this, that's built his career of doing I don't want to say black comedy, dark comedy, but he's always knocked people, okay? You've had celebrity roast that was more personal than that, okay?
That is very true.
People going in, okay? He did not, because he was rooting for Will Smith at that time to get this award. Like, please win it. He was like, so he wasn't even, I could see if he was downgrading her. He made a reference. Granted, yes, that's why I don't think he knew that her hair or she had something, because Jada Pinkett has always looked beautiful with short hair.
That is true.
He wasn't saying she looked ugly with short hair. He wasn't saying she wrong for that. She make a statement, but it was definitely shorter than it's ever been, and she looked good as well. He was like, G.I. Jane, I'm with it. And if it was so wrong, why the fuck did he laugh? Because he laughed, and then the camera went off. For 1 second, it panned out. Now this nigga walk on stage. So whatever the fuck I wouldn't know, it's all about between what happened when that camera went off to what she did, or what. Oh, you hurt? Oh shit.
So I want to touch the laugh situation, because I feel like a lot of people don't acknowledge the fact that we don't have nervous laughs. How many of us have been in situations where you really trying to recollect what in the hell was just said to you? Like what did this person just do? And I do feel like it's a piece of where he turned and he looked at the woman that he loves, whether no matter how we feel about her, because everybody has their opinions of Jada.
Okay, yeah.
Turn to her and seen the hurt on her face. That's a whole different from a perspective of marriage. When you see the hurt on your spouse's face, how you respond to that.
Okay.
Like, so that's what I think, the whole nervous laugh thing, that's what I personally feel that it was, because if you sit up here and insult me right now, I'm gonna laugh like, what? Wait a minute, and then recollect my thoughts. So I feel like a lot of people touch on that laugh when you don't know the origin of that. Because personally, I feel like it was a nervous laugh.
Okay, but here's the thing. A man that's in pocket said, don't worry, I got this. I'm gonna handle that. I got you. Some shit that stuff can happen in the household, rent, landlord, somebody disrespect your kids, something happened at school. Guess what? You know, if you in pocket, I got this. I'm going to handle it. You may have a problem at work with your boss. I'm like, hey, I'm going to handle that. This happened. This person harassed me. This person did that. I got you. If she trusts that you got this, like I said, he could have smacked the fire out. He could have did whatever he wanted. But at a time when black kings, black men are getting honored,
yes,
you needed to get in your feelings that quick, that right down and there, for a joke that lasted 2 seconds. You gonna do something that we're not gonna forget in the history of damn Oscars.
Now that's the truth.
We're not gonna forget this unless the next dummy, like I said. Now they didn't. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Kanye didn't get invited to his thing because they saying he crazy. Kanye ain't get to go. They like, we don't know what you're gonna do with Kim and all this stuff. And it happened to when they got a strong man. They got not a weak man, they got a strong man. Like they said, at his height, he got a pocket. And why that camera kept playing was, they thought Chris Rock was gonna be a nigga too. And he didn't. They was expecting. You see the man, you know what I'm saying? That's what shocked me. Let it have been anybody else, camera on standby, something would have bleeped out. That would have been some kind of
technical difficulties.
Upset me, the fact that the camera was like, we gonna watch it. Well, this should get interesting. Let's see what this is about to be about. At that moment, Will Smith, he made about something, but at that time, the Grammys in the world, it's like, holy shit. We had a holy shit moment at the Oscars. All the actors is trying to figure out what happened. Like, is this shit real? And that's why I give the utmost respect. Chris Rock was still trying to digest and process what happened. And I don't know how the hell he still stayed there. Like, he's still announcing and doing his thing at the same time it just happened, where he was like, he just smacked the shit out of me. Blah, blah, blah. While this is going on, I don't know how he would have done it. But that man still had the microphone in his hand, like I was telling Black. He still had the mic. He could have hurled something even stupider that he could have went in his bag and done that made it really shitty. He could have threw the microphone. He could have went and pushed him in the back while he was walking. It's so many things that could have went wrong that because of something that was already fucked up, that like, man, he made it so we still, like, you can say Will Smith did what he did, but then again, you gotta say, damn, Chris Rock came out the fucking hero. Because he could have really set us fucking back to say, that's it. It may be 5 years till we get another black host. He could have done something stupid to say, because something happened to him, that they said, man, we need to X-nay on having a black comedian host or having a black host for a while. It could have been that.
And I'm gonna touch on that a little bit too. You know what? I believe had it not been Chris Rock, Will wouldn't have brought his ass up.
I agree with that.
Nah, I mean, like, I can't imagine a DL Hughley letting that happen and it not be a fight.
Yeah, but can you imagine DL Hughley making the comment that he made too?
No.
And that's
but everybody's been saying, but he ain't checked nobody else that said worse. He ain't checked nobody that said worse. The worst has been said. And he ain't checked nobody.
And that's the point. So, okay, let's play it from this perspective. As a black man, how many hits do you take in society? How many hits?
I mean, you got intentional hits and non-intentional hits.
You got everything. You got what you live through every day. This man is has his business out to the world. Everything has been aired out. And you think for a second that we depend on this Black man to be the representation for an entire community that's constantly.
He took that responsibility.
He took that responsibility. But yet again, when a white man goes out there and he loses his temper, it's, oh man, he lost his temper. Shit, let's keep going. But as a Black man, if you lose it and if you let your emotions get to you for 2 seconds, boom, there it is.
I agree. But at the same time, we got to know what we represent. I'll give you a perfect example. In my new line of work now, okay? And I've said this to people who heard the podcast, I will say it again. I'm the first Black man they've ever hired in their 85-year history of companies. Never hired a Black man, ever. They've only hired Black women, never hired a Black man. 85-year global company, okay? I know what's at stake if I mess up. I knew coming in, if I mess up, they can say, all right, we tried it. We'll never let another one in. I take that responsibility. When I fly out and I'm going around wherever I'm traveling to, whatever I'm doing, you know, dude, in order for me to, I know what's at stake with me helping, God knows how many thousands of kids I help a month. I'm talking thousands, okay? Not a year, but I know if I mess this up, I'm not going to be able to reach them. I'm not going to be able to change their lives. I'm not going to be able for them to be able to have this opportunity that's going to affect generations that I won't even know because of how they'll be able to apply for scholarships or to apply for things in life, where the country made us feel like we wasn't good enough and we never applied for it. Why? Now I come in, there's a bunch of people that y'all never been able to reach that I can reach that y'all ain't never been able to reach because y'all never hired a Black man. So if I mess it up, let's see what happens. They won't give that another chance.
So to argue that point, right? I understand what you're saying as far as Will in correlation with that to Will's actions. But I also got to hold Chris accountable for that too.
Exactly.
Because you are a Black man in this business. Excuse me. You also know that there's a possibility that another Black man that's worked as hard as you to get in this business is here. And you take that time to insult his wife.
So all the hosting he done, so he should change what he's always. He didn't do nothing different than he ain't never done.
And what I'm saying is, sometimes you got to do different. Mm-hmm. In that moment in time, though I'm not a stand-up comedian, it's funny at times. But anyway, but in that moment of time, yeah, certain shit just isn't funny.
Was it a real disrespect though?
It could have been. It could not have been.
Is it the worst that we don't hear?
It's not always. Oh, it's definitely not the worst.
But I'm saying, so as a dude, okay, the 2 seconds of what he said and what he referenced it to and how he did it, it was not worth. It just was not worth that. All I'm saying is, people can say that he was wrong for that, but you know how people say you don't go wrong for wrong, return that. But what he did, like. That imagine if the show had he did not do it. Mm-hmm. We was already past the joke. He got on stage. It already played. Ooh, bam! He was already done. He didn't harp on it. He didn't stand up. The show was going on, and here this nigga walking up on the damn stage. If you watch that,
oh yeah,
it was already done. So okay, so had he not a harp, we would have been talking about the history that was made. Yes. We would have been talking about so much history. All the stuff, we showed up, we showed out, and everything everybody did, everything everybody accomplished that night is thrown away because this motherfucker got in his feelings and had to walk up there and get his balls back.
Absolutely. Now that part, I fully agree.
So wholeheartedly believe he shouldn't have walked up there. There could have been a different case of handling it.
Just imagine if it didn't. How this country, how entertainment would have been. Just to think about. That's why I say West was at stake. Is the simple thing. 2 more seconds after that laugh, blah blah blah. Even if he would have got punched, we would have heard it on news. That would have been awesome. Like, hey man, the slap that was heard, somebody got it on camera. Boom, boom, boom. After it, you can have a slap on. You can have a slap after. You can have the foot. that's a whole different thing.
Okay, but let's think about that from a second. From this perspective, if he would have smacked him after the fact, I'm just saying, which I agree, that's what he should have did, right?
Mhm.
You would have took any confrontation after, it should have been taken after the fact.
Right.
If he would have smacked him after the fact and they would have broadcast,
He would have been a hero, standing up for his woman.
Yeah, but do you really think the rest of the world would have seen him any different?
Hold up. What do you mean any different?
Like, do you really think that they would have not said all these crazy ass comments that's coming out? Oh, he's just like this person, and this is the most violent act I've ever seen.
Oh, no. Keep talking. I'm gonna pour this thing up. Keep going.
No, you good. But do you really think they would have seen him as any less violent, any less manic, any less of anything but an angry black man?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Personally.
He would have got seen, like, if he truly was standing up for his woman, he'd have got seen for, like, taking up for a woman and make sure you ain't gonna say shit about my wife. Think I ain't gonna do that. It would have been a whole lot better, because I tell you what, it makes Chris Rock, first of all, look defenseless because he was being professional. He was in pocket. Like, it wouldn't have gave Chris Rock the opportunity to look like the stronger man. You get what I'm saying? If Chris Rock was wrong and you confront him for being wrong, that's perfect.
But you already don't look like the stronger man, because as a seasoned comic, the only joke you can think for offhand is to pick on a black woman's hair.
It wasn't a joke. I mean, it wasn't like a diss. It was, I get what he's saying, but that is, okay, so when they talk about Pam, they talk about Pamela, and they talk about Brie. When you go to any of these, I mean, come on, man, he really did shit on people the way he be shitting on people. Like,
while that
he be shitting on people.
While that is true, let's not front like they also haven't had a history.
They do, but they also got pictures together and they rock with each other too.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they rock with each other, then he would have known she had alopecia.
How do you know that?
That's what I'm
saying. I don't know that,
but you know they rock together, so that's why I'm kind of confused.
Okay,
on
my thing is, okay. For instance, I see them in the news and in shit so much. I don't even pay attention to what the hell they got going on, because it's always something, right? I'm always like, here they go in the paper again. I didn't know about it. I'm like, because anytime you see something, like, all right, they go Jada being Jada, whatever they got going on. I don't know. So I didn't know about it. I think if you somebody's friend and you their friend and you know that, he wouldn't have said he's a professor. He got so many jokes he could have pulled out the bag. He got so many jokes, so much in his repertoire that he could easily, I think, that's why I don't think he knew it, because as a professional, I mean, I don't see him making that mistake as long as he's been doing comedy and insulting people. Because if he wanted to insult, he could have made another joke, bro. He had so many rumors. They given everybody all the tools they need to pick on them. Just being real. They giving all the stuff. If he gonna come at them, he has so much. I'm just saying, he had so many other routes to go. That's why I don't think he knew. But even if he did, it looks like, okay,
it was so lighthearted that why should it matter? I get that.
Because it was we already moved. We are there, but because of, okay, as a man, I'll tell you this. As a man, I've seen this in the car business and different things, okay? It was a guy who is no longer on earth, okay? He's paralyzed, okay? Good guy. Something happened, unfortunately, at the hospital. He was paralyzed, okay? From the neck down. So, physical-wise, intimate-wise, he could not do what he does, okay? So, at that time, what he does for his lady is he goes out, he gets her this expensive $80,000 SUV, okay? Like, to him, he had to go all out because he know that's his time to shine. Like, baby, what you want, I got it. I get to make you happy, emotional with this wise. Like, I got this. So when it comes to this SUV, he needed to make sure he had every single thing that she wanted, right? Okay. And so something that was on the sticker wasn't on there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One little thing. And to me, I'm like, it's an easy fix. I can add that to it. Okay? To him, we got to go get the right one, the exact one. Don't add this. I need that one. It's missing a minor thing. But to him, I had to look at it, okay? From this guy's perspective, this is his moment, you know what I'm saying, to please his woman. So all time of year, she's supportive. She dad, this guy wants to be, he doing the thing. But I get it. Like, when you fall short of what Will Smith has done, which Jada said, do the whole thing interview, like, August made her happy. She didn't know how to be, like, imagine the guy's telling you, like, this guy made me happy, but you my wife, but I had to find happiness. This is pure happy. I was happy for once. Like, everything that she did just manipulated him and just made him look low. If you watch it, every time he tried to establish dominance or power, she talked down, or she would get away. Even if she was the one that did what she was doing, she'd break his ass down. There's no way you tell me she didn't break him down every chance he tried to get some leverage in the interview. But here's the go. So at that time, I think Will Smith took it as a moment. Okay, this is a moment right here and there that I gotta take. It's kind of like that guy with the SUV. I gotta make this right. Mm-hmm. In the light, in the camera, I gotta shine right. Like, this is my moment. Not that he was expecting that moment, but that's a moment that he's seen her hurt. I gotta defend this woman. That's how she made Will Smith feel. That at that time, I'm gonna protect her at all costs, even if it fucks up black culture. I'm gonna go out here and do this. That's at that spur of the moment time. It's not like he had that ability with her to say, I got this. Don't worry. I'm gonna check her. Because if he had felt so low with what's been going on, he could have told her that, like, don't worry, I got you. I got you. As she said, it wouldn't have been no more. If you like that in your marriage, to say, if you man up to say, I'm gonna handle that. Don't even worry. I got it. Could have been there, but they don't have that. He saw an opportunity to be a hero to somebody that always made him down. He saw her down. I got to go be a super, and he did it. And then he came back. What they do? That little head nod thing. They forehead to forehead thing. That's, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm talking about, the bumping forehead thing. You saw that?
I saw that.
They bump forehead. She like, might well be so hard. Come over here. That's manipulating, dog. That's what the world missed. I'm looking at all that body language. That's what the fuck happened. It goes into their relationship on that moment right there. I get it. He's that guy that got to step in and be a hero. I'm just going to give me a whole nother Armada Platinum Edition. It got to be right. Give me the whole car. Not put it in there. Not add the little blindside departure warning lights that I needed on the side I could put in. No, it got to be right. And I broke it down. For him, this is him coming in. This is his accomplishment. This is him. This is that moment he get to shine. He get to shine, baby. You got this $80,000 car right here. Whatever I got it. They messed up on it. I got it. I got this. Order a whole other car. I don't sign the paperwork. Y'all ordered. Y'all delivered it here. It's not the car I want. She's gonna get the car she wants. Had it been another situation, had that man been able to walk or been fully able or been able to do other things, he would approach that a different way. Like, shit, y'all can add that? Yeah. Like, okay, I don't need to get another. Can you add that? Yeah, we can add that. It wouldn't have had to be ordered the same. Back out this deal, back out everything that got done with this number. People don't understand how hard it is when you do a car that'll go, like, once that bill to sell everything is signed, but one thing is missing that could have been done. No, give me the whole car. That's like saying, throw the car away. Get me another one just like it. That's equivalent to to him being that way. I get that.
You know what? And with that's a hell of an example. And I'm gonna be real.
So
I think Jada has been manipulative as hell in that relationship.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's what it is. I mean, to break it down like that, I mean, I told you, I get the action, not where it was done, and I get him. And this is stuff that came to play a long time ago. I see it in his eyes, man. In that moment, he was proud after he did that, man. Because of that acceptance, because of that, like, then it come back, I'm your king again, baby. You my king again. That's what the fuck is. That's the war that happened.
Because did you see the other video clip that somebody took on their phone while they were at the ceremony?
No.
So somebody has Jada and Will and Lupita, the back shots of their head.
Yeah.
And as soon as Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That head. Okay.
No, not that. Not when they touch their heads together. But like it's cell phone footage. And so as soon as Chris Rock said Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me, you could see Jada bust out laughing.
Oh my God, I didn't know this.
Yes.
Damn.
I sent you the video.
I didn't look at it, sorry.
Damn.
Yeah. So no, for me, that kind of solidified it. Now, do I still think Chris Rock was right for the joke and everything like that? Hell no. No. And I do believe that nigga knew that she had alopecia. I'm sorry. I do.
Okay.
But do I think Jada is manipulative as hell? Yes. And I wrote for Jada for a while through this whole thing. But when I saw that, I was like, nah.
Okay, break this down. Now, I just took a commercial break. We back with our sponsors. Just broke down and we get ready because I'm gonna ask Black and Raven about this movie, okay? About this movie. Did you see that movie called Deep Water?
I did not.
Okay, everybody's laughing because I post a picture of Jada and I post a picture of that woman. I said, if you see this woman run, Jada ain't got shit on this other woman, dog. This other woman, her crazy, her game so crazy. The people who wrote the movie Unfaithful. They write a movie every 20 years. They did Fatal Attraction. They did Unfaithful. They did this one, okay?
Okay.
So Ben Affleck is this dude who got rich off of he put the chips that people put in war drones when they find a target and they bomb them. So this guy's like a billionaire, whatever. He ain't working at all. He rides a mountain bike. He just enjoys life. Don't do shit. He's rich. He just throw parties all the time at this mansion. So he's married to this lady. And what's funny was I saw this movie like 2 days before the slap. So long story short, man, this lady, when you first start watching the movie, you see his wife, they get ready, she getting pretty and shit. They go to this party. She sees this guy that comes in the door. She takes him by the hand. They just go outside. Oh, yeah, you're here. And then she sits beside him. She kisses him. She all over this guy. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, the husband chilling, drinking. She gives this guy a hug the minute he goes in the door. And she just takes him and they gone. They go, everybody outside at this pool, partying and shit. She all on him. She's sitting on his lap, everything. I'm like, that's some fucked up shit off the gate, right? I'm like, what the hell am I watching? So this guy is laughing. He sees the husband. Hey, I'm like, this shit get worse. So this guy, Ben Affleck, is talking some hella shit to him. Like he's talking to him. And everybody's like, yeah, I know you love her more than anything. I know, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So everybody's, and the black lady's like, everybody talking. Like, yeah, let him talk, blah, blah, blah. So basically, long story short is, he is very successful, but he's bored. He don't do nothing, okay? He has a marriage with this woman. Like, he's not going to divorce her. And he told her no matter what, the same thing like this shit, like, he's not going to divorce her. Like, it ain't going to happen. Like, no matter what, life and death, regardless of what she do, he going to be there with her. Don't divorce her. It ain't going to happen on his watch. And he's like, this girl was like, she told him, like, I didn't want this marriage. You the one that told me, you wanted this marriage. Like, I didn't tell you, I didn't have to be with you, right? And the girl is like, yo, when she does all her slutting, she brings different guys. She has a different boyfriend. And she brings him to the house and like, the husband, hey, go pour us a drink. And he go over there. She brings guys in the house. He knock on the door, introduce her. This is my friend so-and-so. She laughing and hugging. She dancing with the dude. Husband be in the other room just like this chilling, watching, right? Hey, fix us for a bottle of wine. He go bring a bottle of wine. This whole shit, right? This guy's like, what the hell is this? Like, he gets jealous. He's like, dude, if you weren't with me, you'll be so fucking bored you'll kill yourself. She told him that shit, like, you'll kill yourself if you wasn't with me. You just die bored and blah, blah, blah. So, long story short, the situation is, every time she gets a boyfriend, Ben Affleck, dude, would get, like, jealous. And he'll kill him. He'll murder him in some type of way. They'll get missing. Then she brings another dude, same ass shit, right? She hanging out, they coming over to the house. The daughter, let's say your daughter time to go to bed. Ben Affleck, we sitting there having a drink. She like, go tell your dad it's bedtime and tell him to read you a story and read it really slow and make sure you don't skip no pages. Go, let's go. And the mother, she literally said that, tell your dad, and then she go take the dude, they go in the bedroom. Literally. She do that the whole movie. So the other dude, so one dude got her hip to it, he said, hell no, because he told one dude, it's like making a joke out, but he said, like, I killed so-and-so. There's a rumor going on. I said, yeah. He's like, y'all really think I killed this guy? Well, y'all just talking shit. The other dude, he got the hell out of there. One dude just knew I'm moving. Like the first thing he took it, because he was like, thanks for letting me be friends with your wife, is what he said. You mean thanks for letting you fuck my wife? Like, no, thanks for letting me be a friend. The motherfucker got out and died. The other people, he just kept slowly finding a way to kill him. And then what really fucked me over was, first off, why would this girl keep dating people that she's doing this with? And the third one involved, once she found out about it, okay, I'm gonna throw this out. The last person that he did, she figured it out because she saw a wallet. And she was really upset because she ain't heard this dude in days, right? She was like, hey. And he come home like, you heard from so-and-so yet? No, I ain't heard from her. Like, she ain't know that yet. It's like, have you heard from him yet? No, I still ain't heard from him. Long story short, finally, she saw his wallet where the husband hid it, and she burnt the wallet. He came home, she was in a good mood. He said, you're in a good mood today? He said, oh yeah, John called me today. And that shit ended. I said, what the fuck? I don't get that. I really want to know, like at the end, she found out that he killed the motherfucker, and she was like, I saw John today. Knowing that motherfucker was dead. I said, wow. I said, yo, and you'll see this movie, because one time, the only time Ben Affleck actually got to sleep with her was, he was at a wedding, and he asked somebody to dance, and the girl danced with him. She was like, you want to fuck her, didn't you? Like, he was just playing off, like, you really want to fuck her, didn't you? He was like, you know, it was just a dance. She finally gave him some that one time. Because she seen the girl dance with him. Every time she played that motherfucker to the goddamn T. I said, damn. This is the same girl that played James Bond in the last James Bond movie, too.
Oh, wow.
This girl killing people, dog. She giving hand. She giving hand. But I just want to throw that movie. That's the most ratchet female I've ever seen. This new chick right here, I said, damn it, boy. Let me ask you this, man. Who is more intimidating? The lady from Scandal or Annalise?
Oh. So Annalise actually killed people. Well, no. Wait a minute. Olivia did too.
Olivia did too.
She did too, but Olivia is more easily manipulated.
This is true.
Than Annalise.
Ooh, I like that answer, Raven. I'm with that. I thought Annalise was. I would have said that, but people tell me, no, you don't know about the gladiators. You don't know how this and that. I'm like, that goddamn Annalise ain't motherfucking player. Yeah. Anybody can get killed, dog. She don't give a damn. Okay. Give me this. I love your line of work. Always have. It's something about, like I said, even when I got hired on over there to hire him, to hire you, you're just such a good person. You're so responsible. You just was excellent, man. And in your line of work, it teaches and helps, and you get compassion in that. I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite student? Without saying any names, what makes that person your favorite kid?
Oh. So keep in mind, started doing that 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Over 10 years ago. Yeah, I do. I was working for a children's shelter at one point, and there was just this kid. He wanted to be a rapper. He wanted to sing, all the things. I remember I would like help him learn how to write bars and count bars. Actually gave him real poetry assignments and stuff before he would go to bed and that whole thing too. And he actually just reached out to me maybe a few weeks ago. He actually is going to Charlotte regularly to audition to be a child actor.
Okay.
And so, yeah, he's just living his life and doing well ever since leaving. So, yeah, that's my baby. I can't say his name.
Okay. best era of hip hop, 90 to 2000, 2000 to 2010, or 2010 to 20?
90 to 2000.
Exactly. I thought we definitely would agree to that. Okay.
Hold on, but let's stay on that for just a hot second.
Let's go.
So let's think about that. 90 to 2000.
Mhm.
Nas, Biggie, Pac, Jay, DMX, the Fugees,
Mobb Deep.
Yes, I mean, like I could go on and
The
on and
whole
on.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that
You
is
got
true.
all that. You got all. You had crew. You had Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah,
Tribe Called Quest. You had all that. And I'm like, okay. Now the 20s, you got them a little more seasoned, and you got the product of who those crews brought in. You get what I'm saying? Isn't that weird? Like when we look at it, we get the product of like the 2000s to 2010. You get all the products of Lil Wayne, who they brought in. You get the people that Eminem brought in. You get the product of all the people. That's weird to think about that, but that's a true pattern. So now the people in 2020, we're getting ready to see the product of who they bring in.
you know,
I feel like it's even more so like you got like rappers like I'm gonna say my favorite rappers like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, who got these bases for the iconic 90s rappers who you can hear it in everything they say.
Yes.
I feel like their style is the style that continued. Nobody else's style has continued. You know, you'll forget about the Soulja Boys, you'll forget about all that, but you're not gonna forget about the way Tupac rhymed and then the way that, you know, J. Cole used that as in his influences or whatever. You know, I feel like that's the carrying point. It's like how often can you hear that rapper style later on down the road?
And then 90s anything for me is just better because 90s people in the 90s actually took their craft serious.
Oh yeah. I would say yeah. I mean, the 90s craft was the craft, like I said, that class of 96 was so strong. I think the class of 96, I'll say 95, but 96 was the greatest year in hip hop for me. You had the first of a lot of people. And people don't even realize this. I mean, Biggie is an icon, but people who really study hip hop truly know that, especially in that era, Biggie Smalls was not even the best rapper on their label. They'll tell you hands down, Craig Mack was the main person. Biggie Smalls came after Craig Mack. Craig Mack did Flavor in Your Ear, which was the hottest song. Everybody had to hop on that remix. Biggie did his thing, but he was the gateway to Ignite. It wasn't, Bad Boy wasn't with Biggie first, bro. Craig Mack was everything. High was that shit.
And see, I could never imagine a collaboration that I would be excited about like I would be Flavor in Your Ear.
Woo!
I mean, like,
bro. Let me ask you this: what about the I Shot You remix? LL Cool J brought some titans on that one. My favorite collab of all time is Scenario. I just love Scenario with Tribe Called Quest. I mean, Busta Rhymes, Fife. I mean, just that right there. You know, you got the chorus of it. Here we go, yo. I mean, and it wasn't about like any diss rapping. That was just a bunch of people all trying to see who gonna put the best verse. They going boom, 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 boom. I love that, and I always say that one of my superpowers is I'm able to do the whole Scenario song karaoke by myself. Oh wow! It is harder than what people think, dog, to do the whole song Scenario. I did it in Atlanta at this karaoke thing they got down there, and my dude in Atlanta was like, you see why they rarely perform that song. It is a difficult song to perform, but to go, everybody think, but you got the, like, when they all sing it, and like, it was crazy, but I said, wow, like, I'm with that. You got the boot camp with Duck Down. You got De La Soul. Yeah. You had that Roots Illadelph Half-Life. Man, that Roots Illadelph Half-Life was special.
I mean, even like suck-ass rappers were better now. I mean, for me, it just feels like we went from people who had real bars took real time to perfect the craft to social media stars
Gotcha.
who just talk about, even though, 90s niggas, they still talked about smoking and drinking.
Right, but it was a story, or it was like
Yes.
why they were doing it, almost like blues. Like they're talking about smoking, but it was to relieve themselves of the bullshit that they see or they going through. It wasn't like I just get high to get high. It was like I'm trying to cope with the pain or deal with being a black in the ghetto. So I do this, you know what I'm saying? I get that, but it wasn't about a fun drug. Like I smoke, I'm doing or drinking perk, and we gonna really talk about drinking perk. Method was talking about doing angel dust into cow, like 100% of the time. He was talking about that angel dust, but he wasn't trying to glorify and make like I'm doing that angel dust. He was like,
could you ever imagine a Ghetto Boys, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, or something like that coming out now?
no, no. I mean, you absolutely couldn't. What? Now I'm gonna ask you this question, the same question I asked Moody, and I still stand on it even more now.
Okay.
Conway, the best writer now. Conway the Machine, can't nobody outwrite him right now. I don't see a close second right now. Crafting wise, I just found out, you know what? He has never paid not $1 for any of his features.
Oh wow.
I just found that out. He does. Because you got to think, when DMX album, Nas album, if you name any top person album right now, Kanye, all them, who do they get on their album? You got it. I mean, Eminem, I get why Eminem signed him. I mean, because the reason was, when he got shot, first of all, the dude can't use half of his face.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at what 50 went through when 50 first came out, he's like a hungrier 50. Because, you could hear when 50 first came out, you could hear that pain in him when he got shot. And as he got healthier, that went away. Now, with the bullet and everything, this guy with balls palsy, this half of his face, like, he doesn't care. He truly doesn't care about the stuff. He's like, I'm going to go all the way in. I got a second chance. Like, I can't even use this side of my face, but y'all going to feel my pain. And his words is like, Eminem grabbed, because I didn't know he was under both of them. M got him, and I'm like, he said he knows he can't be a top 5. He said he wants to be in a debate. When you think about the top 5, he said he don't want to be in that order. He just want to be considered. He said that's all he wants. And I tell you, when I listen to his rhymes, the reason I'm on his nuts so hard is because I did not like him at first. I said, man, this dude, no way. I'm the biggest. I'm like, man, I can't, because all he talked about was murder, gunplay. It wasn't nothing soft about him. But when I looked at that's them West Side boys, them Griselda boys, the closest thing we don't have the Wu-Tang Clan in a long time. Okay. When you think about it, they put Buffalo on the map. Ain't nobody ever. All these years in New York, ain't nobody ever talked about Buffalo. Now all of a sudden, you got these Griselda boys doing it. And I'm like, wow. I really had to eat my words on that one. So as a writer, if you put them on a song with anybody, like you're in trouble. I can't say that about too many people, but with that dude with the weird face, he ain't nothing to play with, man.
Okay, I'll check more of them out.
It's dangerous. He doing songs with Pete Rock, with any of them, and I thought, okay, he's just gonna be one of them rappers, but I got it. When I heard the song with Method, man, Method got verse of the year, the song he did with him. They got a song called Lemonade. Method came out his bag on that one. I said, what? The song he did with M, song he did with Rick Ross. I mean, everybody want to jump at him, but I get it. He did that. Wasn't nobody fooling with Buffalo. Let me ask you this. Would you date Mr. Wrong or Mrs. Or would you date Mr. Right or Mr. Right? If they had every quality you look for in a person, but I'm going to throw something out here for you. If they had every quality you like, but for some reason, everywhere they go, they wear a tiger tail down on their pants or in cat ears. I'm just saying, what if everything you love about the person right, but everywhere you went, they just like cats or they like tigers?
How much money do they have?
They had everything you like.
Oh,
They hit every quality you like, but they just always gotta wear every single day. They gotta wear a tiger tail.
Ray, don't be looking at me like that. Hey,
Ray, what's that look for?
I mean, I like women. That's a lot more acceptable with cat ears and a tail.
They gonna wear cat ears and a tail, but you, if they wore that everywhere you went, like, baby, don't wear it today. No, they got to wear it.
It is what it is. I'm gonna be mad at somebody because they're looking at a tail and some cat ears. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I'm more superficial than you because I couldn't fucking do it.
I don't know if I can do that, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere you got to wear some goddamn cat ears and a tail.
If I ain't gotta fight who this person is, that take a lot of. If the only heartache I gotta worry about is the tail and some cat ears for the rest of my life.
I mean, you got the regular stuff you deal with, but they just gotta wear.
They look if they got everything else. Okay, I'll take the cat ears and tail.
Okay, let me ask you. So, if your wife wore cat ears and a tail everywhere, what would you tell her? Like, if it's enough, it's enough. How are you gonna make? Like, what would you say? Like, honey, you got to cook. Like, we got that.
We gotta talk about this. You can do this when you go to work. When you ain't around me, you can have a good time with this. But when we out together, give me 2 hours a weekend.
Without the cat tail.
Without the cat tail.
I can accept the tail, but not the ears.
I'd rather accept the ears than the tail.
I've seen somebody that I know who religiously. I've seen this one girl. She wear Mickey Mouse ears everywhere she go. Grown woman. She's obsessed with Mickey Mouse ears. She got all different bedazzled, all different colored ones, and I was like seeing this lady out one time, and I was like, I wonder how does her husband feel? Like, this is a lady in her, maybe she might be 40 right now. She might have just turned 40, and this mad people got this nice looking lady, but I wonder does he look like damn? Goddamn man, we getting ready to go out. Like you go somewhere. Imagine you go somewhere, you got to be serious. This mother got some goddamn bedazzled Mickey Mouse ears on.
I mean, it's flawed, but we also in the age of mental health. We also in the age of healing that inner child. And a lot of people haven't got to that point. You think about the way a lot of people grew up, especially from our age group, think about your classmates and different things. A lot of people are working on their inner healing, and maybe there's something that's going on there we don't understand.
I don't know what to say about that one.
I do. Shit, I'm superficial as fuck. You can't do that. No.
I'm not that superficial.
No. Say it back. No. All right, I watched this the other day. I put this debate out here. Let me hear you say it. Better move. Mo Better Blues or Love Jones?
Mo Better Blues.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love everybody at this table because somebody tried to even come with me with that one. Like,
I feel like Love Jones is real hard for me to get through.
Love Jones is a superb movie. It had that Neo Soul. It was the Neo Soul anthem. It had the poetry. Like, oh, we finally got a movie.
That's the reason why I don't like the shit.
Right.
Like,
feels very, I don't know, cheesy.
Y'all niggas had one more time to ask me to write a poem like that was like Love Jones. I promise you.
Everybody was like, yo, that shit felt like love. You went somewhere like, you mean like, especially with poetry, when we first started going poetry slam, it was like Love Jones. Mm-hmm. Everybody was like, yo, that shit was like, that just shows how powerful Love Jones was.
Like, if y'all niggas don't stop snapping,
like,
that shit.
It was like Love Jones.
Bad. It was bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they be like, yo, they got poetry in Greenville. It's like Love Jones. So everybody was like there, like.
I had a nigga call me a Love Jones brown sugar type of nigga, and I wanted to punch him in his face. Rashad, I love you. Not my name. Rashad, I love you. Oh
God, dude, Love Jones messed the game up like that for us, man. Okay, this is really dirty that this comedian said. I can't think of this guy's name. Y'all gonna? I definitely, Raven, you here for the right one today, dog. Let me tell you what this comedian said, and he was real. He went over and asked a black woman this, then he went up and asked a white woman. Then he said, tell me I'm lying. And now what just happened, it was true. And this comedian is no longer alive. So he was doing this comedy show. I can't think of it. It's kind of heavier set guy. He died like 2 years ago. I can't think of his name. So this black dude was with this white lady at this comedy show. He said, damn, you got you a real white woman. Like, you got you a real one. Like, God damn, when you got you a white woman there. Then he goes up to the side there. You got you a black woman, didn't you? You got you a black woman, right? He said, dude, I ain't knocking you a black woman. He said, this is how I rate white women. He said, I rate white women by if they were missing, how soon would somebody start looking for you?
Oh, goddamn.
And he went over to the black woman and said, if you was missing, he said, how long do you think it'll take somebody to start looking for you? The black woman was like, I don't know. Said exactly what I'm saying. But he was like, you see that white woman that got missing on that boat? Like, you saw how soon they sent motherfuckers out to find this motherfucker on this boat, right? And he was like, for real, this lady was like, realistic. He said, think about how soon if a white woman goes missing, they looking for her. Like, the police are really trying to find her. And so it was fucked up because he said, don't be mad at me. I asked you. He asked a black lady. He was like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, all right, said, don't be mad. Said, it is what it is. So when I think about this whole Brittany Griner shit, that motherfucker was right, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Cause let that have been anybody. Let that been Dua Lipa, Dale, any goddamn body. It's gonna be a fucking fit. Like, we got to get them up. Ain't nobody checking for, but we still talking about the slap. This motherfucker ain't over here.
Sure.
And she's a big
been quiet
star.
for weeks.
Yeah.
For weeks she's been quiet.
I know, right? And she's in her bag. She getting it, right? And I just thought about that. I said, man, what that dude said, dog, people could have been mad, talking shit all this time. I said, because as soon as you saw it, I wish you could see that. I'm going to find that clip. I'm going to send it to you. But as soon as he said it, everybody's like, he said, just how I grade y'all. And everybody who said that about black people said, there was nobody looking for y'all for a while. Everybody's like, oh, look at this shit, man.
I mean, even when you go back, you got to think about the young lady. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but up north, she was found unresponsive by her Tinder date, who was a white guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he called the police. Okay, police came there, declared her as dead. Took her to the morgue, all that stuff. Her parents, her family were looking for her. I cannot remember her name for nothing off the top of my head. But we're looking for her. They found a letter on her door that says, if you're looking for her name, please call this number. Parents had no idea that she was dead. Her parents had no clue. All her information was inside there, all their contact information. And then when the family reached out to the coroner, he said, well, don't worry about the dude that she was, on a date with.
Right.
That, he's a nice guy. I don't care. I don't. And it took them even to the point where the coroner said, coroner or investigator, whoever said, can you please stop calling me? After this young lady who was 24, 25 years old, 26, somewhere in there, was found dead in her home, and y'all never contacted her family.
Wow.
But you got who I can think of her name off the top of my head. Well, no, I can't. The young lady who went missing with her boyfriend this past summer.
Sure.
What was her name?
Start with a K?
No. It's a little white girl. I can't remember. But when she went missing,
yeah.
I mean,
that's what it is. Yeah, they're talking about that motherfucker, they on alert. Like within 12 hours, they are searching for a white woman.
Mm-hmm. Somebody forward this to Kelly Price. Shit.
All right, tell me this. Did you hear about the sipping pain in Charlotte?
Wait a minute. Is that the one where chick was sucking?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
I saw the video.
Oh, you saw the video?
Yes, I did.
Wow, I didn't see the video, but I wanted to bring it up. First of all, I wanted to ask, is that how we doing these sipping paints? And what the hell's up with this girl's friends? That they would even let that, and what's up with the person recording?
What happened?
It was a sipping paint, and the guy was nude.
He was, they doing nude up there.
Yeah, in Atlanta. Chick got a little happy.
She was probably she was popping some shit. She was talking some shit about what she would do to it. Probably. Mm-hmm. And then they was like, go on and do it then, y'all. And these women that thing got me feeling some type of way. And the dude is like,
she ended up giving that guy 3,000 with saliva dripping down the balls and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my thing.
Hold on. Before you do this, I'm gonna take it, but let me give my sponsors a shout out. All right, y'all, we're going to come back. As soon as I click back, Rashad is coming right back to this answer. Y'all know what's up. Shout out 927 Mobile Score Line Top Flight. You know how we do this, the I'm Here to Argue podcast on Wild America. I'm with Black Sox and I'm with Raven. You know what's going down. Libations, everything. I can't wait to hear what this man's going to say. The question is, when we get back, card. I'm back. And the question is, let's put some echo on this one. The question is, what's up with this girl's friends? How they let that go down? What the people do that was there? How you gonna let this go down? What type of friends you got? You need to do better in your life. Let's go.
So I don't think that the girl's friends was wrong for doing shit. I honestly think that the friends need to find a new friend to kick that bitch out. Oh, excuse my language. But like, nah, I'm just being 100 because you can't control what grown people do. That's number one. But then number two, yo, and you already know the events that I've been to with nudity and all that other stuff. So it's like, yo, how do you perform oral sex on one of the nude models? Like, and why that is not supposed to be a reflection of me about what you know. No.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I would have left the ass there.
She got some ratchet ass friends. Go and say, we're gonna let you be ratchet, all of you can be. And you know,
I'm not trying to be funny. If that's what you're doing, there ain't nothing I can do to stop you.
Exactly.
What I'm supposed to do? Take you and pull you off of him?
I would want, you know what? I don't know if it's drinks in the air. I don't know what was in the air, but you ain't gonna try to talk any shit like you don't know this dude. You don't know what the hell is up. You, by all means, like, please don't do this. I ain't gonna watch you go down like you ain't got like, I don't know, talk some sense to her. I mean, you really got some friends that's gonna say, if you decided, hey man, I feel like letting 9 guys run a train on me. You think it's better for a friend don't say, girl, are you thinking right? You really would, like, you know, talk some sense into me if I ain't on my game.
I mean, I may ask you what you thinking about, but if you've already made up what you want to do,
who am I to stop you from your sexual freedom?
Yeah. I ain't say stop them, but try.
No, I'm not doing that.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I done been in too many situations where I'm the one who ends up. Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who's the one that's like, oh shit, so you just a wet blanket, you ain't trying to, and it's like, nah. But I'm like, all right, shit. Nowadays, let grown folks be grown.
Dude, but you know what, though? But just imagine after that, like y'all rode that together, right? And let's say it's 4 girls in the car and the one girl did it. Y'all ride in the car, y'all turn away, be like, girl, I had a good time. Yeah, look at my picture, look at girl. Yeah, like this girl in the back, like I saw some dick. What is up with this lady? Like, where can she? I would love to know the conversation. She like, yeah, y'all had to get that. We had a good time that night.
I mean, but I've never been the one to do it. But I've been in situations like that.
Damn,
like going to the club, everything is fine. I'm chilling with a drink, everything. My homeboy come back like, nigga, why you look like that? Shit, I was just in the bathroom. I'm like, dude, we in a public place. I mean, do you?
Right.
But shit, if you, the one thing, and now this is where I will say I may try and stop it. If you gonna do something that's gonna get you kicked out, then we kicked out. And I'll be damned if
I
you
like
was
that.
like,
yeah, you fucking up the whole thing. But
yeah.
Every woman there, but everybody talk about, okay, black sisters showing it, being queens, being respectable, holding each other up, making sure we, you know what I'm saying? There was a time at that thing where they like, bitch, you being a hoe right now. Like
that was
this whole moment. Like, bitch, you about to be a hoe on the internet right now. Somebody need to stop this shit for making us look bad at a goddamn sibling pain. You about to suck this big dick right here. You don't know this mother. Somebody could have said, but they fucking record. That's what I want to know. Were the other women still painting while this shit was happening?
Yes.
They was.
Yes.
Oh, they was being ratchet, Rashad. They having a no, Rashad.
Yes.
They was painting.
Yes.
Rashad, they was painting.
Yes.
Bro. Oh my God.
And had I been there, I would have been like, turn to the head. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Oh my God. Damn, bro.
That ain't none of my damn business.
Damn, so that's how we do. We just go play. We just go keep it moving.
I mean, look, if she want to suck dick and he want his dick sucked, that's right. Them.
That's on the. There are two
grown people. Let security handle that, and God. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to another one because that's a good one. I'm just glad I talked to somebody. Now I know there's somebody who knows the tapes that I can make sure you just play. See, they just let that thing happen. Mm-hmm. Okay, who is a better dad? Pops from Friday or Pops from House Party? Rest in peace to both.
I'm in the kitchen. You in the kitchen. I'm gonna have to go with Friday.
Damn.
I'm gonna go with Friday.
You ain't gonna go and follow the drip.
Nah.
Pops walked down to that goddamn party, bro. He bust up the goddamn party, though, bro.
He walked down to the party, but I feel like a part of, and which I'm not a parent, but I feel like part of raising the kid is letting him make his mistakes, but putting your little interest
He
in there.
bust up the whole damn party.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's embarrassing.
And he put that belt on the dog.
That's trauma.
He put the belt on him, though.
Yeah.
He put the belt, rough hair, put the belt, cracked on everybody in that. Oh my God, dog. I'll go for him and get dads, but that's funny. I'm thinking about that Pops. Pops was goddamn, he wasn't no damn joke, dog. He knew he was gonna be in trouble for that fight too. He knew he was getting in trouble. Yeah, he knew that. I got another one coming your way. Okay. I'm gonna say this, correct me if I'm wrong. Baddest female group talent-wise. I'm saying talent-wise. I think talent-wise, En Vogue got the most talent. Singer-wise, En Vogue could blow anybody out. Who you got?
With just straight vocals?
I said talent-wise. I didn't say look, stage performance. I didn't say none of that.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying vocals. Like just the ability to sing, and when they come together, it's the shit.
Yeah.
They slept on, but I gotta say Escape.
I'm with you. No, I was gonna think Escape, but two people really carried Escape. They had two powerhouses. The other two didn't have to even be in the group.
That's the only reason why I wouldn't say Escape.
The other two really ain't doing shit. Tiny wasn't doing shit.
But
the big girl was saying shit and Candy could write. The other two really ain't had shit to say, really. You could have had just them two, that would have been a good group.
No, okay, so Tamika, Tiny, because Tamika, Latasha, they're sisters, yeah. They were the two lead vocalists, but Candy could go.
Candy could write and Candy could sing, but come on, dog. You
Candy
got 4 chicks, though. There's 2 of them really didn't do nothing.
I'll say one of them.
What?
I'll say one.
Who? Tiny wasn't doing shit.
Nah, Tiny had her songs though. It had her moments.
Tiny would get a little solo part every now and then. Tiny trying to do her damn thing.
I mean, do you want to? Do you want to? But she led the whole song.
Oh my!
She had. God. Do you want to?
Oh my God, Raven, are you believing this?
No.
I'm not.
I mean, but this is why I also. But now this. But hear me out.
15 seconds.
Hear me out though.
Come on.
Hear me out though.
All right, let me hear you out.
But their harmonies was always on point. Escape got some of the best harmonies to ever do it in R&B.
Better than En Vogue.
Yes.
Ain't no goddamn.
Yes.
I would put Escape above En Vogue though.
You would?
Yes.
What's it gonna be? Hold on tight with that song. Don't let go.
Tonight.
Listen.
Tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the production with Jermaine Dupri.
It was acapella.
Do you want to talk about acapella with En Vogue?
Oh, I know they can go, but there's a lot more texture in that. Escape is more vocally talented, I believe, in that verse.
Ain't no goddamn way, man.
En Vogue sounds like the same person. Their voice sounds stacked.
Yes.
Their voice sounds so stacked.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you.
I'll put En Vogue at 2.
I can't put them. Hell no.
I'll put them at 3.
Okay.
Wait, who's the other 2?
I'm gonna put SWV in there.
I was gonna put SWV, but they got 2 good ones, and the other 2 is they got. I prefer them over Escape, but Escape just had. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna piggyback off you. I think SWV. I think got better songs. I love what they did, how they merged hip hop with R&B. But Jermaine Dupri just had his hands on Escape, and it's hard at that era, at that time. They're going to get like that JD era. You got hits. Their library is big. That's why people try to. If anybody said, "Hey man, 112 verse Jagged Edge," ain't no comparison. JD had his hands on Jagged Edge. You gonna run out of hits with 112 real quick after you get Cupid and I see you looking at me. After that, you got maybe Cupid, you got 4 songs in your tank with 112. Once you go Jagged Edge, that library gonna go long because it's the same effect with them. Because like I said, you could throw out TLC, which seeing them live, it really wasn't like you see the audio behind that. But I'm gonna say, far as them women singing, I think if you I think one head to head, I just don't see. I don't see it outside of Jermaine Dupri doing with his magic. I don't see them going to war with them. I just don't see it. I see the hits. I get what you're saying, but 2 of them, you could have been a 2-woman group and they would have done the same success. Tiny really, the rest of them ain't got to be there outside of them 2. They really ain't got to be there. They could have been as successful and had made more money because they ain't had to split it between 4 people. They could have kept between 2 people and toe down and made the same shit and just use their voice on more, That's how I look at it. You ain't need the other 2. You got Total.
No, Total was trash. I'm sorry.
Total
I
was
loved it.
trash.
I like their songs.
I don't think they was trash,
But
they
vocally,
they wouldn't. They just didn't have it all.
All right, SWV or
SWV.
TLC, you got to pick one.
SWV. I'm not gonna turn it down.
Okay.
I love TLC, love. But I'm
gonna tell you
what,
why I can't go with that, and I'm with you. Their first album, their first 2 albums, I fuck with you. Their first 2 SWV albums was hot. They remixes was hot.
Mm-hmm.
But TLC albums, they gon' lap them. If you got hit for hit, and you going TLC from Crazy Sexy Cool
Who on the TLC too?
Man,
The first
they
album.
shit still. They'll lap them. I get it. SWV, their first 2 albums was solid, but here's the thing: Coco was the only one that could really blow. The rest of them had their parts, but Coco really. You take Coco out. That group is in trouble.
I think my only thing with TLC is I feel like they did wrong so far in the beginning that I can't see their full success.
God damn. You gotta do like that.
I'm just saying. Am I wrong?
Yes.
You think so? No, I feel like they did wrong in the beginning. Like as far as like from a production standpoint, from like a creative standpoint. Unfortunately, now I do believe they're super talented, uber talented, but I feel like from a point where they didn't get the investment that they needed.
Mm.
That's what I mean. I don't mean that they themselves are wrong. No, talented, top to bottom. But the production, everything that was invested in them was not enough.
I get that, but once she got to sleeping with your boy, it worked out. Dallas Austin, she had to get with Dallas.
Yeah, but they should be so much bigger than what they are.
But that money, but think about that era.
I think the thing with TLC though is Left Eye died. That was the whole thing.
But on top of the piggyback off that, Left Eye always wanted to go solo, and they wouldn't let it happen. She kept trying. Because I get it. She didn't fit in. Like, what she was about, the image, the condoms, everything she was about was like, she was rebellious. You get what I'm saying? I get that. When you got this one rebellious, kind of like New Edition, like, you had to let Bobby Brown go do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right, let me ask you this. If your significant other snapped like Kanye snapped, would you still hold that man down? That man or that woman down?
Hell no.
Oh, my God. Y'all give a double hell nah. You will hold down if he lost.
No.
If he lost it.
No.
He or she lost it.
He didn't regularly lose it. Like they act like, oh, he just wants his family back. No, that motherfucker's crazy. He needs help. He needs a lot of therapy. Like a lot. Like he needs to be committed yesterday.
Yeah.
You want to hold that man down married?
No. I don't care.
Oh my God, Raven said I don't care.
No, I'd rather deal with the tail and the damn cat is.
Oh my God, this is fun. So you deal with the tail and the cat is?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right, so you give me this. Who is the coolest? Every cool white guy that's in singing, you gotta have that John B, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake. John B is the original. But I think John B is the GOAT of all white boys being cool.
I think John B is the realest out of all the white boys that are cool. Yeah.
Dude.
I don't even think you could put Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber in.
I was just trying to say, who can you put with that dude?
You can't put any of them together.
Well, I mean, you could have, had he not lost his damn mind over Paula, Robin Thicke.
You can put Robin Thicke because he was out there. He was definitely.
I forget about him.
Robin Thicke, but ain't nobody like saying, yo, my name Rob T. My name Rob. John B made every cool white dude with a goatee and a lineup say, my name John B. If your name was John B, they called you John B. Like, yo, that's John B. Where John B at?
I would put Daly.
Oh, I forgot about Daly.
I would put Daly with him.
Who's Daly?
So it's this British artist.
Yes.
Talented, like beyond measure.
Now he got a real high-pitched voice though.
Okay,
but
the British people killing it. Yeah. They getting it right. British people and England people getting it. They Neo so bad right now. Yeah. I hate to say it, but we got to step our black game up because you let that blue-eyed soul in London. What they doing with Neo Soul, they bringing it back.
But it's a lot of artists. I feel like a lot of artists touch it across the board. Like you can do Alina Baraj, she's Russian native. You got Sabrina Claudio. You got all these artists that can really touch it. I think it's just done spread out beyond.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the things I was arguing with Pierre about. And I think music is so much of it. It's hard because you're like, it's so much content. Like, damn, it's a lot of content. Like this motherfucker, like there's so many albums come out, you can't keep up with it. Before, back in the days, you don't know months ago, we was like, hey, that album will come out, I'm gonna be at the mall. When that shit drop, everybody knew to come. But you'd be like, you can be chill, so like, you know, so kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how music has gotten now, where you be like,
shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah. That's the originator.
Yeah. Ain't no DMX was. DMX was the first person to drop 2 albums in 1 year.
No,
like that ghost drop.
Oh, like dropping like it ain't. Okay, I get what you're saying. She showed it. That mother just dropped one like, you ain't know coming.
You look on your phone the next morning like, wait a minute.
But nobody see that. Yeah, she didn't drop. There wasn't no copyright. You couldn't get it.
No.
Okay. Is Purple Rain really a good movie, or was just Prince just that intriguing?
I don't want to answer that question.
I got you, man. I got you. Keep it 100. I really thought about this. I said, you're the first person I asked this year. 2022, everybody gonna get this question.
Are you afraid to answer this question?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Because I really thought about this. I sat here for like 5 minutes. Like 2 months ago, I wrote this question. I said, you know what? I'm sitting back here, like, really, like, I'm gonna ask this, like, because it hit me, like, is it really that good, or is it just that damn intriguing? Prince it's just like watchable.
So I'm gonna be real.
I feel like you can't take the likeness of the person out of the movie.
No, and we're also doing this in the month he died.
Right.
Jesus. So I'm gonna be real. The most entertaining part of Purple Rain for me were the titties.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And the motorcycle parts. I don't know why I like him. Like when he got on the motorcycle.
And Morris Day at the time.
Morris Day showed that he did his thing.
Yeah.
So give me your answer then. Without telling me, you told me your answer, but you got to come out and say this.
I thought I said it.
No, you got to say it. You got to say it.
Prince was just interesting to look
at. Thank you. I just say you got to say it. He didn't want to come out and fan. You got to say it.
Whoever sees this or hears this, I am so sorry.
Okay, one gotta go. Maroon 5 or John Mayer?
John Mayer.
Mm-hmm. I rock with Maroon 5.
Yeah. I fuck with Maroon 5 too. But John Mayer, that goddamn No Room for Squares is everything. But that goddamn song's about Jane. When that first Maroon 5 album came out, that shit was on BET. Like they were literally pumping Maroon 5 on BET.
There's only one boy group, white boy group, all white boy group who can make a song with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. Like y'all done really put
Kanye West.
Kanye did some shit with John Mayer and all
them. He also did some shit with Adam Levine, Maroon 5.
Exactly. And then I don't rock with nothing Kanye do since he lost his damn mind.
Yeah.
See, y'all one of them people that just let that man. I saw the crazy. I stayed with his crazy ass this,
No,
man.
I can't.
Because I saw the artist in him. As whack as he is, I said, damn, this motherfucker still
But
great.
my whole thing is I can see the artist in you, but when you get too far gone,
He
it's
did
like
go
a
too far.
friend that you gotta let go because they're out here doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Let me ask you this. AJ Johnson. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh God.
AJ Johnson from House Party. AJ Johnson,
Okay.
the fitness person. You know what I'm getting at. Her 50th birthday,
Mm-hmm.
she had a threesome.
Mm-hmm.
Put that out there.
With 2 men.
Okay.
Okay. That's the new thing. Like, what's up with that? What do you think about that? Your thoughts on that? On your 50th birthday, you go ahead and get tag team.
What's wrong with it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I mean, you are somebody's grandma at that moment.
Okay,
Okay,
what's wrong?
and
You
If
cannot.
you in college, you want to live your best life. I get that, but now you a 50-year-old woman go ahead and say, "Man, I got beat down my gut slashed by 2 different on my damn," and I'm somebody's grandma now.
They don't
Okay,
matter.
what's wrong with that?
Right.
You
What
a woman
I-
first. You're a
Thank
man
you.
first.
Right.
You're a person first.
Right.
No.
Just
you're-
because you a grandparent don't mean you can't get it in.
Exactly.
But okay, so you flaunt that, you put that on public. You announced that you getting it in.
Congratulations.
Ain't no goddamn way.
Look, congratulations. I hope there are more women out there who are able to enjoy themselves sexually. I hope there are more men out there who are able to enjoy themselves sexually in that moment. That ain't nobody's damn business. And thank you. Move
Okay.
forward.
So what you said is, all right. Now you're married. You're not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You will be.
I doubt it, but keep going.
Okay. So how do I say? You go out as a single person. I have sex. I had like guys. I mean, we go out. Like I was at a concert not too long ago, and these women asked, "Was I married?" I told them, "Yeah." It blew my mind that they went. This was a country concert too. I went to a Reba McEntire concert just because it happened to be at the same pavilion I was working at.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about this. I said, for them to come down and ask me that, at a concert, knowing I'm not going to see them again, I really looked at that. Like, you ask somebody, are they married at a concert? I know I ain't going to see you again. You know you ain't going to see me again. And I thought after I told them I was married, and I looked at my guys, because one of them just got married. So I was like, making sure, because this one guy, he was a protector boy. You tell people, just get married. And I'm like, I'm married, right? He was like, I'm married. Like, he was like, I looked at him to make sure my boys were straight. Like, because if one was single, which one was, I was like, I'd hang out with him so that he could get some play. The other guy, he was like, I'm married. He just stuck his chest out, I'm married, right? And the girls, I told them I was married, like, oh, they gave me all like, man, right? So I'm like, so whatever they had planned, But even if you do it, like, you're not going to go out and be like, man, on my birthday, I had a train ran on me. I mean, what is that showing the young ladies? I'm gonna put that out there, like that far as what's happening in society and women wanting to be respected. But is that moving y'all forward or is that moving y'all back?
I think it's moving you forward because just because I'm a woman, you as a man can express your sexual freedom, but I can't as a woman. That's really ridiculous.
That comes from being a woman.
Okay, I didn't ask for this.
I think, but that comes if a lady is trying to be treated and wants to be respected.
But
like
I don't think my sexual partners, my sexual experience should be a line for you to disrespect me. Just because I'm free to express myself and I'm okay with that. If you can't respect it, you can keep on moving to the left because that just tells me that you find yourself incompetent somewhere along the way to understand what sexual freedom is.
But a woman can't come and say she want to be respected if she talking about random dudes and getting a train ran on her.
Okay, but
I'm saying it's one way or the other. Women can't say, a woman, if she say, hey man, I want to be respectable. I want to be in a respectable relationship. or not even relationship. I want a mother to treat me like a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you say you want to be treated like a lady, but you acting like a hoe.
I mean,
It don't come. One don't come with the other.
So how does it make a man different?
Because I said it comes with being a lady. It comes with being a lady.
So why is the standards different from a woman to
the
a
way
woman?
society made it.
Okay,
that's society.
okay, well, me personally as a dude, I feel like a lot of society is bullshit.
Exactly.
I'm agreeing with that, but you can't say a girl who's like, okay, like we was talking on my last podcast, girls who say that they want to do they want to settle down. Okay, if last week your ass was at the club sucking and fucking, you can't next week. I really would. I'm ready for a relationship. I want to be with somebody. I can be a housewife. I can take care. I can be a home front. I can be all that. It don't work like that, boo.
It's worked like that for me.
Man.
How is that? No, but you're not married.
I mean, hey, I've been in situations in relationships, even though I'm not married, but never happened. But I've been in situations where, I was out here living my best whole ass life.
Right.
And then met somebody. I said, ooh, I'm not going to do this.
Okay.
And didn't.
Okay.
And we're fine.
Okay, but my question that is, how long was that transition? Did you end up being in a relationship with somebody after that?
Yes.
Okay. How much of what previously happened, like if you had just with this person, if you was into some shit a week ago,
mm-hmm.
and you meet somebody or you're talking to somebody this week,
mm-hmm.
it don't work like that because your past is still what you did last week still can come in the fold and affect what you get into right now. You just didn't get caught on it, but that person from last week can roll up, pull up, whatever. Like you was just with me last week.
And my response to that is yes, I was.
Okay, so that person that you with now, what do you think they gonna do? If
I feel like that comes into the point of being honest with your partner.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Okay, what I'm saying, but if you with if me and you date, okay, me and you just started dating, okay, and a chick come kicking on the door because I ain't talked to her in a week, so I curved her ass, okay? Mm-hmm. I was just with her. But you didn't know that, but me and you getting together, we get to know.
So I do know that.
No.
Okay.
No, but what I did the other week, now I'm gonna go banging. Now I'm completely cutting this girl off. I don't met you. I'm with you. I ain't fuck that number. I ain't answer a call. You mean tell me the girl come banging on the door? You was just seeing me last week. Boom, boom, boom. You ain't answer my call. Even if you hear her bang on that door, and technically I didn't cheat on you or nothing yet, but you trying to tell me a chick doing that ain't effective what's gonna have to move forward.
Not to me, no.
I don't believe that, man.
Not to me.
As a woman in this situation, your trust in me is not going to be the same.
How can I not trust you? We were not together.
And
no, I'm saying, but you see, if a chick just said, if you looking at that like, damn, he was just with her last week. What makes you think like, hey, this mother might be with me this week? And he might kick my ass to the curb.
But my whole thing is anything that's not for me is not going to be for me.
But that ain't that's good. But my trust. But right there, you ain't got no worries at all. You mean tell me straight up if a dude? No. I don't believe that, man.
I can put it up.
I don't believe
that.
Am
I lying?
She is not lying.
No. Because it is what it is. Because I'm not going to sit up there and hold you for what you did in your past. Because who you are today is still different from the person you.
So I can still. So if a chick was knocking on the door that I smashed last week and didn't answer her call. She came knocking the door. If we were intimate, you would still let me smash.
Yeah.
Ain't no goddamn way, dog.
I mean, why should she cut off her own sexual satisfaction for some bullshit another bitch doing?
Thank you.
That was just last week.
Thank you.
Okay, but in the situation you gave, they're not together. And who's to say that you ain't doing what you want to do?
Exactly.
But in general, I'm just saying, based off of my end, what I just brought into the fold. You ain't got caught yet or whatever you got on, that ain't happening. I'm just saying, based on you just gonna bounce. I don't know I can't say in any situation where that shit just ricocheted right off of you. Because if I'm a dude and the shit just happened, I'm like, all right, dog, like, Now, in my whole days, I ain't got shit to lose. I'm just trying to get me a night. I'm saying relationship wise, somebody you trying to build with, ain't no way you can tell me. Ain't no feelings, your respect for them, everything is just ain't no respect lost.
Well, you made one solid thing clear at the beginning, and tell me if it's changed. Were we together last week?
We not.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't believe in the female body. They can move out. They can just move like that, like if you got feelings. If you got feelings now. Okay. If you got feelings. If you don't have feelings, I get that because that motherfucker don't mean shit. But if you have feelings or if you are going to build a connection with someone, if y'all got something that's like, hey, this can be something. Not, all right, this is another dude. I can dismiss your ass like I just flushed some tissue down the toilet. I'm saying, Hold up. I gotta pause a second. Let's come back. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if you truly got feelings or could have a future, you see somebody you like that's compatible that you can have feelings for. You mean tell me when they drummer that just came up to the door, that wouldn't affect you at all?
No. Because at the end of the day, you are allowed to be free with who you want to be free as long as you are not in this relationship. I cannot hold you to what you
You trust me?
Yeah, I trust you. Again,
hell no, you trust me.
I mean, well, wait a minute.
Ain't no fucking way I'm gonna trust your ass.
Well, hold up. This is my thing though. It's the boundaries and the definitions of what a relationship is. Exactly. If you cheated on me and we established we're in a relationship, then that works differently than if we're dating. Or we just talking, or we just screwing, whatever.
But that shit ain't opening out. I said somebody you could be with, somebody that you like.
It's somebody that I may like, but if we ain't had the conversation about being in a relationship and moving forward, you're still single, I'm still single. What you do is your business.
So a person can knock on the door, pissed off, key in cars, whatever, mad as hell of what happened 7 days before you was over there. That shit ain't gonna affect you at all.
The only thing that I'm going to do is ask certain questions. So, you get to do what you want to do, but what happened? Why are they reacting to you like
this?
That's the only thing that I'm going to ask. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they could just be crazy, or hell, that could be a reflection of how you move in the way that you deal with somebody.
Okay, but you ain't that don't look like no red flag to you?
Red flag in the sense of how you may deal with someone, yes. Red flag as if you betrayed someone's trust or would betray mine, not necessarily.
I didn't say, well, technically they didn't betray your trust.
Exactly.
But that should be, and this is what I'm missing at. If you don't see that as a red flag, that's where I'm saying this is a problem.
We didn't say it wasn't a red flag.
You said, was I going to change the way I float? But no.
With them.
I'm going to take it as, okay, this is your exposure to this person. Right? What in the world took us here? What in the world
I'm cutting the motherfucker off at that. You'll never see me again.
But how can I tell if that person ain't just crazy as hell?
Well, you was the person that you with, obviously, you was just I can't take you serious.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Do you know, let's say you were single today, do you know next week that you're gonna meet the love of your life?
I'm not prepared. I just got out of a relationship.
Okay, but
I'm gonna hold out for a minute.
But nonetheless, are you going to, from this single point, next week you meet the person you love, and you gonna regret everything you did?
It could be the love of my life. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be real. If I'm out here, like I said, even with Shannon, even with my wife, when I got back from Pennsylvania, I had to get hoeing out of my fucking system. It took months. It took months for me to be able to be on that platform. That's me as a man knowing I ain't where I need to be at to be in a serious relationship. I got to get this shit out of my blood. Because right now, all I'm seeing is trains and bangs. I'm just seeing that left and right. Ain't no way I can have a girl. That's me checking the inner me. Because if I know I can't respect a woman, I don't need to be trying to get in a relationship.
That's cool.
So, but I'm just saying, but I can't go. I'm not saying, and what fails a lot of guys is they're like, hey man, I'm ready for a girlfriend. And they ain't gave themselves that time. You can't go from, you just, even the guys I do that try to make it work spontaneously, I found somebody, boom, boom, I want to be with this one. That shit backfires because they did not give themselves time. And 9 out of 10 times, 99 out of 100 times, you're like, all right, I'm ready for a girlfriend now. And you ain't prepared to be ready to make sure you ready for a relationship. That shit ain't gonna work. It may work a year, but you didn't give yourself that shit going back because you ain't flushed that shit out your system. You can't tell me if it's still in your system, that shit gonna keep. Eventually, that shit might win. That damn demon that you didn't get out is gonna happen, and that's because you didn't allow yourself that time to get that shit out. You went to the next. It's like dudes who date a girl. How many guys date somebody and they don't like the idea of being alone, right? They don't like being alone. Mm-hmm. So they can be in a relationship that it was a relationship for like 2-3 years. Okay. 2 months later, they got a new girlfriend. They don't move into a damn place with them and shit, right? They needed to be with somebody, but they didn't fix their shit. that shit, they unfaithful ways or whatever happened, that shit ain't done. So they trying to fix that shit while they with somebody. It don't work. That's what I'm saying. If you see these signs like he ain't ready yet, he's still in the streets. I think a woman needs to identify, all right, he might have just, I know he about me, but he's still in the streets. Would you rather do like, hey, you know what? I see the way he moved. I'm observing this guy. I know he got some baggage, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? He working on his shit versus like, all right, you had him last week, but I got him, he mine now. Fuck that. You don't know, he might backslide a month later. He might call on the phone. I'm just saying, based off of the person that's in front of you, now that you see that, it's worth going and taking that L. Like, I thought you was a good dude. I thought you was a good female, but you got too much shit going on. On to the next one. I got to cut your ass off.
Yeah, see, with me, I would look at it again like, one, hey, I just may rearrange how I approach things with you.
I'm with you.
I wouldn't necessarily cut you off.
No.
I may have more boundaries with you.
I'm with you. You did change it up, but you ain't just act like this shit didn't just happen.
And we're not saying that either. What you asked was, does that change the way that we see you? We see that there may still be potential there.
Okay.
But you were taking away like the potential and everything.
Yeah. That's where
at that time I would have to, for that moment, I'm gonna have to re-kick that motherfucker.
Yeah,
we have to put that ball back on the damn thing, and we're gonna have to punt that motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't.
And then I'll see you again later, see where you at.
Yeah, I can't rock like that. And the only reason I say that is because at the end of the day, you can't be accountable for other people's actions. However, we do know that gaslighting is real. We know that manipulation is real, all of that. So I may look and say, why is this person acting crazy? Because you could be the perfect personification.
Man, just laid that pipe on.
That, or you could be, if they had what you do to make them act like that in the dictionary, your picture may be next to it. So I'm going to have to just, take a minute, but I wouldn't necessarily say that I would just leave you alone.
No, right.
Yeah.
Ain't no damn way. You got that try. I mean, and I'm the one that I'm going to ask for forgiveness and want another chance, but I ain't taking another chance. I ain't giving you another chance. But I'm the first nigga to be like, hey, man, that one, I'm going to try to come up with every line, whatever in there.
But I feel like this: if I'm the other person in that situation where they popping up at my house and somebody wants to leave because of that, I'm gonna be pissed. But I can't. But I mean, I can't stop you because it do look crazy.
It do.
Yeah,
it is.
And that is a reflection on me and how I handle things and all of that. Now, going that, I don't see either you or me going through that at this table. You're married, so you're automatic.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see any of us going through that because when we clean up, we clean up.
Swipe it up real quick.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna go on this cryptocurrency shit that people be doing. I don't know if any of y'all are in it. I'm pretty sure people on this gonna be calling. Do y'all get the people trying to recruit y'all into the crypto money thing? Y'all ever got the people to tell you come in, chime in on this phone call? Just give me your time. You need to just call this thing. Y'all ain't never got it
all the time.
I ain't got
he got. I mean, okay. So it's smooth how they put it in there. It's smooth how they roll up on you. They real smooth. It be your friends, it be your cousins, it be people like boom, boom, boom. Just give me. You can tell them whatever. Hey man, just call, listen to this man. Boom, boom, boom. How do you deal with that? I'm asking real questions that people don't ask. That's what this is about. Ain't nobody people. It's a lot of people you just ignore.
I just ignore you.
God damn, you just ignore.
I mean, what?
What do you mean you ignore? Help me out.
She'll probably hang up the phone on you.
So your cousins, people they call you, they try to put you on there. Hey man, let me put you on to what I'm on, dog. Boom, boom.
Look, this one right here is the one to tell you I don't want to talk about this right now.
I know this, but I want to know how how you do it? No.
And if it's via social media, I ignore the message. I'll block you if you keep doing it.
All right, I blocked one on there. I definitely blocked one. They was like, man, they get with you. I didn't know they'd come next. I ain't heard from a person. I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm happy to hear from you. You doing a lot. How the kids, how the family, how the job. Hey man, I call because boom, boom, boom. You need to get this guy. You need to come in there. And one time, what I'll do is I'll act like I'll take the call name for it, and I just put the phone on the thing. and I watch TV with it on there because they talk about it changed their life and all this shit. And I had the little meeting.
I'm not even gonna waste my time like that. I'm gonna just hang up. I've had somebody reach out to me and like,
they hard.
Yeah, they do, and I just said, click.
Why do people want to go and put people on and shit like that? Like that's what I get. Like we don't put nothing on you that's gonna about like what we got going on. We want to put something on somebody else. Like I just don't get the audacity how people want to like just my approach like to want to put somebody in some other shit. Like I don't go ask somebody to invest. Like, dude, you need to get on this. You need to get a part of this and invest in this. Like I don't know what you got going on in your house. I don't know your bills and what you got going on. So how the fuck am I gonna be like? You need to get in on it. I'm gonna get you a call. You gonna make listeners like I just don't get it. They be pushed.
I don't know. It look like a cult to me.
It's still a pyramid scheme, however they want to say it, but
I don't get any of this.
Oh man, this shit's crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. All right. Better song. I asked this question wrong the last time. I want to say it the right way. A Runaway Girl or Big Papa? What's a better song?
Oh, you chose violence today, sir.
I feel like it depends on the time.
Right.
Like, it depends on the time.
This is
if I'm summertime, riding down the road, like having a good time, I want to hear Runaway Girl. But if I'm in a vibe mode,
yes.
I want to hear Big Papa.
It's the difference between day and night.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. I like that. Okay. Drake with the condoms with the hot pepper. I think he's a genius. I hate Drake, but that whole idea with the hot peppers and the condoms, fucking genius. Love him for that. What do you think?
You just have to be a different kind of dumbass to want to go in the trash can and pull out somebody's condom and stick it up your.
That's what they deserve what they did.
I mean, I do want to know how in the world he came up with the whole hot sauce idea, but
that is so genius.
At the same time, I mean, I know, everybody gonna say it's bad for the environment, whatever, but most dudes, don't they flush it down the toilet or something?
I throw mine in the waste basket.
I feel like I know people who have said they,
Well,
down the toilet.
Well, I mean, most people I know that flush them down the toilet are worried that they may get turkey basted.
Yeah.
Either way it go. I mean, it's a way to get rid of them, but she was stupid.
I mean, sometimes that motherfucker still be right there. It'd be right. I mean, just throw that motherfucker in the thing and move on to the next one.
Like I said, you just got to be a special kind of crazy to reach.
Dude, that is so genius, though. It's
genius. It's genius.
Like, we gonna talk about the girls who got their coochie burnt, but what about the ones who go to the bathroom and don't come out screaming? I'm like, the fucking winner, dog. And the ones who don't do it, I'm like, yes.
If you don't come out screaming something,
if you don't come out,
you're a whore.
I'm gonna assume that you got other issues.
If you know what I'm saying is, if you don't come out screaming, that means you didn't put the I'm like, man, shit good. But now you come back over there, I'm gonna put you on the team.
Exactly.
But the ones that come out there, man, you hear that? You like, got another one. Mm-hmm. Damn, I'm gonna call the Uber driver, like, get this bitch an Uber. I'm done. I don't even want to see you. I can't even look at your face after that. Like, I'm walking out. Call the Uber.
She very stupid. Like, even because I'm thinking from a perspective of even if that's what you was doing, even if you was that crazy and you really wanted to check that bad, do you not see that something's wrong with this semen that is a little pink?
I don't know. We don't know what kind of hot sauce that man got. Cause they make clear hot sauce, green hot sauce, red hot sauce, blue hot sauce. They make some hot sauce that when you first shake it up, it be cloudy and it get great.
I just don't think you should fish in a trash can for a chick.
Dude, this bitch, god damn. Dude, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I've seen in a show that got banned from TV though. This one chick had a whole setup. Let me tell you this chick's setup. She looked like she's giving head. So when she's acting like she's giving head, they at this hotel. So it's a champagne bucket and ice, right? Mm-hmm. She's at the edge of the bed. He don't see. So she act like she's swallowing. She spit into the cup. And then she's like, all right, she puts it in the ice and be like, I'm about to call for room service or whatever. So she put the thing out there. She put the bucket of ice to get another bottle. So let me get another bottle. So as soon as she sets him up, this was a ring though, because that's what blew my mind about this. It's a whole operation with this. So as soon as she put the champagne bucket of ice outside the door, this motherfucking man waiting to get it. So he take it and they get that shit off his inseminator. Like they get that shit in the tube and they done. That's crazy.
That is wild.
But that's how, if you saw how smooth the dude didn't look, the dude was back there laid back. He was laid out.
So remember we had this conversation a couple weeks ago when it came to Nelly. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm not a dude, not with men, but do you not look at the person that's sucking your dick or like what they doing?
Wait, to that point. After he's finished, after she looked like she took it off. She looked like she had it in her mouth, but she had the ice bucket, everything she had it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom because a lot of times after sex, you don't know, girl. Some girls will do that. They be like, they spit, so they gonna spit it on your sheets. They gonna go either spit in the toilet, spit in the sink. You hear the sink running, they done. So in her situation, this chick was, he was laid out. She on her knees at the edge of the bed, the ice bucket, the champagne, whatever they had popping, the ice bucket was right there. She, boom, 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 spit it, put it in there, said, I'm about to order another bottle. Whatever she did, she put the little ass bottle with the leg, and the dude came, he was waiting, like it was so smooth. As soon as she barely slid that bitch out the door, closed the door, the motherfucker come right behind, and he put that shit in the car, and it's gone. They worked their whole ring, they worked their whole scheme, and they was hitting these motherfuckers like 100, they were just getting paid to have the abortions. And I have it, that's all they was doing, was just catching this football player every time. Like, I'm gonna get this money, 100,000, boom. And they hit this one dude, and the dude was like, I swear to God, I did nothing. And they kept getting this motherfucker every time. I swear to God, I didn't do it. He was right to some extent, but their test results wasn't lying. That was a mean ass game, boy. Imagine that if you knew, you was like, I swear to God, I did. I know for a fact I didn't have sex. But that goddamn DNA test match your shit.
I surely ain't gonna fuck up more than one time.
And I would press charges.
Dude, but what can you do though?
What you mean?
What can you do?
If you can prove that.
He can prove it.
Oh, no, I thought somebody else had to. Okay, I misheard that. But no, if you can prove that, then yes, that would be that would be an infringement on your reproduction.
That was crazy. The dude was like, I swear to God, I didn't have sex with her. It's like I didn't fuck her. He didn't know that. He kept saying, how was that? I didn't fuck her. Like, how does baby, like, it looked like you keep putting like, how? And that's what they was doing. And they was making fun of like, you can get him. They was like, you can get him. Just all you gotta do is like, they said this dude was paying out the ass. But it was, I think it might have been Ray Donovan, the show that I was watching. Because he finally caught that shit. He saw the setup. Because that's when you pay the big shit and all that. So that shit was like smooth as hell how he called it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my last part, what I want to do is get some networking. I want to put some money into some businesses around here. I want to get your love and your support. Let this area know. Break it down. Where do you go? It's a night out. Where do you go? Where we going out to? Where we spending our money at? Where we buying our drinks at? What are we doing? It's a Friday. Each one of y'all got y'all on. Where we going? Where we spending our money at? Where we go hang out? Where we drinking? Where we watching? Where we clubbing? Where are we going? Where we starting off at?
I'm boring.
So I say in this immediate area.
We can go Greenville. We can go Columbus. We can go. I'd rather go between Spartanburg and Greenville. Where the people listening gonna be eating at? Let's talk about this.
I'm gonna say if I want something quick, I'm gonna go to Everything Egg Roll.
Where's that?
So it's off of Pelham Road. Okay. Small black-owned business.
Okay. Shout out.
And delicious. They got a food truck and everything. They got like Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
Okay.
They got surf and turf egg rolls. They got all kinds of stuff. So quick bite, I'm gonna definitely go there.
Okay, I learned something new. Black owned.
There's another spot in Greenville called Gyros. It's a Greek spot. It's delicious. The service is always phenomenal. The drinks are amazing. Like the food is absolutely delicious.
Okay, so what are we getting at?
They have a buffalo chicken gyro.
Oh my God.
And they have these like citrus seasoning wings that are like roasted and everything. Delicious. They're absolutely delicious.
Damn. Okay, where we going after that?
You go to Charlotte all the time.
I do go to Charlotte a lot.
Okay, well, we're going to Charlotte
then. Charlotte, we hitting up a couple spots. We're definitely gonna go to What the Fries.
With the fries, what's
What
that?
the Fries. It's a loaded fry place. They have so the ones I get, they have like steak hibachi fries. So they got like a whole steak hibachi on top of French fries.
Where you staying at though? Where do you stay at? What hotel? Where do you stay at when you go to Charlotte?
Oh, I'm willing to stay anywhere.
You coming back the same night?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you a champ.
It ain't that bad. And then I stay right off of 85, so it's not that bad.
Oh my God.
I definitely hit up Tattoos and Booze. It's an amazing spot.
What is that?
So it's like this bar. They serve awesome food, and you can schedule to get a tattoo on site. It's in downtown Charlotte.
Tattoos and Booze. I don't heard it. Oh boy, that's why I like asking. You find about all kinds of new shit. Tattoos and Booze, yo.
You should check it out.
I need to. I like the name. All right, let's go, Black. Let's go.
Man, I'm really bored.
I need to hear. Give me where the boring people go.
The boring people look up recipes and cook them at their house.
I like that. Okay. But if you got some people hosting or you doing something from a poetry slam after you left a fire ass event that you just won, you know what I'm saying? You downtown already. Where we going?
Shoot,
You checked out Pierre's?
I have.
Y'all love Pierre. I just got some. I just had them soul food nachos the other day out there. Soul food nachos.
Yes.
Okay, come on, man. I need to know. You trying to get out of this? I need this question.
All right. So definitely what I will go to is if I'm just wanting like a quick snack, it's called The Real Deal.
Okay,
always
my
favorite place. Always. Shoot, if I want something that's like really just hearty, Geneva's Catering and Restaurant, always a good place. It's Black owned. It's in Roebuck. Definitely. Excuse me. And I don't know why I'm this way, but your boy loves Applebee's and the 2 for $20. What a
you still in that dude? Yes, Applebee's. I'm so glad to hear that. You're the person. Dude, Applebee's, is it still dumping on Fridays like how it used to be? Like back in the day, Applebee's during football season is just that tradition. I was always wondering, is Applebee's still like that? Like on a Friday night, all of us in there representing, eating, and being in there.
Yes.
I'm going to get back in that tradition. Growing up, if you 14, 15, any year old, you go to Applebee's on a Friday night. It was that shit. It was amazing just to be in that presence of like everybody you knew, your parents, to grown and sexy was it was Applebee's. And it was that deal. And you tell me, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Like it just brought up my child. Like everybody just pull up the Applebee's. Everybody will pull up the Applebee's. Fuck the food. As a man now, I need to experience that. As a 40-year-old Rashad, I need to experience Applebee's on a Friday night again. We got the road.
I'm with it.
You so. It's Fridays you go, I take it in. You still
Fridays or Saturdays. It just depends.
Fridays or Saturdays?
Yes, it just depends.
Damn, I ain't know they pumping on a Saturday.
Things are just open in pandemic. So like that's why I really have just gotten more into just being at home.
Yeah.
And, look, you don't want to go back out. But that's just me.
Dude, they at one point Applebee's had karaoke on Thursdays, and that shit was terrible.
I don't think they do that anymore.
I'm pretty sure they don't, but I remember it.
I remember. Yeah.
Dude, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh. When I have done karaoke, I did Who's Loving You, Jackson 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That damn, and just so y'all know, this brother can sing. Not sing, he can sing. What's your favorite city to visit?
Oddly enough, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the vibe there. It was like country, but it had a fast pace to it.
Mm-hmm.
Food was out of this world. I love the history. Well, I don't love the history that's there, but I love seeing the historical monuments and things that's there, the Rock 9 and the whole statue. It was great performing there. I just had a wonderful time, and I really want to go back.
Is that your favorite place to perform poetry at?
Yes, it definitely was.
What's the name of your favorite place?
The Art Museum. That's actually what it's called. No, I mean, but the exhibits there are really dope. They feature a lot of Black art within the city.
Okay.
And so you saw all of these things of course, Little Rock Nine, Civil Rights Movement. You also saw some things also incorporating us in the Revolutionary War. Like they have a really pretty liberal arts museum that I was very shocked about for Arkansas, excuse me.
Okay. Tell me this, and you're a fan of Beyonce, because I want to ask you this, and why they compare these two.
Okay.
I'm not with it. Why are they saying Doja Cat's new Beyonce?
I don't know why.
I don't get that. I don't see. I'm not with it.
Well, I'll say the stage presence, because Doja Cat's stage presence is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenal. But I'm just gonna be real. She does not have the talent.
She ain't no goddamn Beyonce.
No.
Okay.
I don't even see Beyonce's proteges being the next Beyonce. But yeah.
Okay. This is a fucked up question, y'all. The first I finally get to ask on this show. You catch your significant other cheating on you with one of them expensive ass sex dolls, going to town on that motherfucker, right? They going to town on that motherfucking doll. Like they tear that motherfucker up. And you walk in. You didn't know about the doll. You walk in and you see that motherfucker just doing what they should have been doing. What do you do?
How you cheating on with a dog?
Yeah,
I'm talking
it looks so lifelike to the point that you don't know.
I'm talking them kind that they spending about 4-5 stacks on them dogs that you can get made. You can get their vaginas made after somebody and all that.
It's not what you do for your, like, you know.
You're in a relationship with this person. You ain't know nothing about this investment.
It's the money that's going to
So it ain't that you walked in and saw this motherfucker dying of sweat from going in, like from you seeing them go hard in the paint on this damn dog.
You know what $5,000 can do? We could have invested that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could be making payments on it, but you just seen them in there. Like, so outside of the money, this motherfucker going to town on this sex doll.
I mean, he's masturbating. She's masturbating. What are we going to do?
Right.
Like,
well, I'm just saying, if you going doggy style on a dog, let's put it in that terms.
Okay.
You going ham on an unreal dog, on an unreal person, and you walk in on that. You walking in on that like, I'm here. What you trying to? I got one too. What?
I mean,
it's still a form of masturbation in my mind.
Okay, so it is a form of masturbation. But if that was the case, then why didn't you know about the dog?
I mean, they were probably embarrassed as shit.
Right.
Well, if you're embarrassed about it, I mean, keep it 100. I mean, for real, if you're embarrassed about it, but you paid $5,000 for the damn dog, I'm just saying, I think it's a difference if you knew about the dog and if you don't know about the dog. Because if it wasn't that much of a problem, why didn't you know about the dog? That's what I'm getting at.
It would be how much it cost, if anything.
It's about the price and not that they kept the dog from you, bro. I'm at Raven. It's not about the doll itself.
The doll is not real. It's a doll.
I get you, but if it's just a doll, why didn't you know about it? I'm just saying.
I mean, well, that's like having a vibrator or whatever that somebody hid from you. Like, I mean, shit, it's still a sex toy.
Right.
You don't care.
Okay, a life-size sex doll. Some of these people damn right obsessed with these sex dolls too. Like,
yes.
Some of them are gonna wear. I get that. Like as a guy, I'm like, because what a man gonna do is say, I ain't cheating. It ain't a real person. It ain't giving no STD, but it's a doll. I get that point where a man will say, baby, I ain't cheating on you, but they didn't tell you about this doll. This life-size doll. You're okay with? You'll say you can keep the doll. I'm good. You can have the doll and me. Like, just what's your comeback to that?
Motherfucker, you better keep the doll. You paid $4,000 for.
There it is. That's
hell, you can't sell it.
You better put the money fucking back where it came from, if anything.
Well, I get the money going back. But you're like, okay, keep the doll. No repercussions. No, you wouldn't be upset. I don't believe that. Women are the most jealous of all kinds of stuff too. Not saying all women, but just something emotionally with women. Like guys got this not physical. Guys need physical touch. women, it is an emotional connection.
With the doll. You got
And
other
a guy
problems.
got one. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, unless the bitch gonna turn to Annabelle, I could give a fuck.
Exactly.
So if you're okay, this is my last segment because I gotta give y'all all some clothes that I need about. Give me 15 more minutes with this. All right, y'all, we back. I'm asking the question that I needed to ask, and I'm just glad to ask them that because different stroke, different folks. I'm with this. So there was I asked the sex doll question. So a motherfucker can have a sex doll that you didn't know about, and they get to keep that motherfucker. In a marriage, think about that. If it's some shit that I bought, something that you bought, that investment wise, okay, didn't go through you, I got it. You walk in the house, fine. See me going hardcore, going pound city on a sex doll. Okay, so your wife comes in. You walk in, you see your wife with this doll that she paid this money for. Didn't tell you about it. You ain't know nothing about it. Okay, it's just a doll. There's because I think anything that you keep concealed is already a problem.
I mean, that would definitely be a conversation of why you didn't feel comfortable.
Right.
But I'm not going to down that person because they didn't feel comfortable. It's more so an opportunity for you to have that conversation like, hey, I understand you did this. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on? Like, if there any way
I get that now. That's a realistic
put back
answer.
the money.
Your first answer was about the money, and it was about the price of the dog, not the whole act of where did you get this fucking dog? Where did this dog come from?
Right.
How long has this been going on with this dog? Why do you feel like you need to do a dog and not, like what a life-size dog? I get a book. You walk in and say, but you see all this shit. But I get that. But if you was that, I can see if they came up front like, yo, I really, as a partner, you're like, yo, I really want to get one of these dogs. I think you can spice something up. I want to get one of these. I really want to get. That's different than you walking in, you go to your room after work, and you see a dog dressed up in some damn lingerie laying on your damn bed, and you see the motherfucker down there on it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I just say that that's just something that you can't I just can't even put the money on. Like, all right, where the money at? No, it's a value that, like, yo, you fucked up. Like, you fucked up. Like, I get it. Like, if somebody knows you watch porn, okay, I love my porn. I'm gonna watch my porn. You caught me. Shit. Get it. Fuck. You got caught cheating watching porn or whatever. They know you watch porn, but you don't, it's different. You know that. It's not saying you may even be okay, but the bottom line is you know that. You can't, I think putting that on, it's kind of like the text message that you delete. That's big. Deleting things are big. It's what you hide. Like, why you feel like you gotta hide it? Oh, it ain't cheating. I just sent a text. Well, you feel like it was just text. Why you delete it? That's the same thing. If you feel like to that person that has the dog, he feels like, or he or she feels like if they needed to not tell you about it, then that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm sorry, no.
So you're
person,
okay with the act of what you don't know. So you're okay if somebody was not. So it's not they got the dog. It's that they didn't. You're okay with them not telling you about the dog.
I mean, look, I'm okay with them not telling me about the dog because at the end of the day, you don't have to ask me
for you to
masturbate.
Do you know what kind of portals that open up, though? What I'm saying is the portal that you open up when you can keep secrets from each other.
I mean,
how long you been married?
It'll be 2 years.
Okay, 2 years is a good time. You hit that 10. You hit that 10, bro. I'm telling you, a lot of people and a lot of marriages, and I wish nothing but the best. I'm not going to say see what happened, no. But you see how many people, I want you to look in your circle, how many people in that 2 year, the people that got married the same year you got married, when that year number 5 hit. See how many are, but the good thing about yours, and I hate to say this, it shouldn't be a positive negative, but y'all are in the same-sex marriage. There's nothing wrong with that, but they look, did you know they show there's more hatred in a female and female relationship than a female and man relationship? Stats show. There's more hatred in it. There's more hatred. How they able to define that, make this more emotional and more like, two people connected like on both, like, I guess, mental-wise, because you got men who are more physical, women are more affectionate. You got that whole class, but you got two affectionates going, with that. But it just shows that there is more domestic with that as well.
Well, okay. See, I had to figure out where you were going with that when you said hatred. All right. So this is the thing with most same-sex couples in general, is that men have always been taught not to hit women.
Right.
Women have been taught, yo, don't put your hands on a man. But if you a nigga and another nigga disrespects you,
don't put your hands on.
If a woman is disrespected by another woman, you have the right.
Right, but men and men, the stats ain't the same. The stats ain't the same for men and men as with women and women.
Men and men are not as likely to report.
Okay, gotcha.
But yes, most same-sex men couples that I know, there's been some type of physical altercation. Some.
And that's crazy. I mean, I want to know, okay, so far as it, because it's not like the same when the police come and it's like a spouse, a man and woman fighting, like far as they come here. They're looking at two guys or if it's two women. Like, my question is from a perspective of like, are police a little bit more lenient if they come to a domestic problem with same sex, because there is no like.
I feel like it's a lot of varying factors that go into it too.
Okay.
It's race, it's financial standing, it's a lot that goes into that.
Okay.
Because if you break it down to that point, you have to break it down into those other.
Okay, things. So two white women.
I feel like it's a little bit more leniency.
Okay. I guess I was gonna say, so a black woman and a white woman. How is that versus two black women?
I mean, I'm black, and then my wife is white.
Yeah.
So I feel like it can be taken as, I'm the aggressor, but it's also a point of the maturity of the relationship. A lot of times when you get into any relationship with any person, regardless of the gender, it can move faster than what you're ready for, right? And especially in a high emotional environment. Same-sex female couples can be considered in a higher emotional environment because we do depend on our partners a lot, right? But it still comes with the idea of having a conversation. My wife knows that if we get in an argument, it's not safe for her to call the police on me. It's not safe for me to call the police on her. I'm considered the aggressor, right? Because I'm a black woman. Okay. But that comes from understanding each other's perspective in the world. At the same time, I'm not going to put my hands on my wife because I have the emotional intelligence to be able to express myself without including physical violence.
Okay, but let's say a person who does not have that control.
I feel like there comes in other questions. Like, how are you expressing yourself? How were you taught to express yourself? How are you working on coping with these things that you were taught that's not okay? You can't just put your hands on somebody.
Well, because when a woman, and has been pissed off or disrespected or everything else that's been going on in her life of what a woman, especially a black woman, is up against. Which I will say is just the odds are stacked against a black woman. It is what it is. They got a lot more that they have to deal with. It's as far as the way society treats them. And I did a 2-part on just colorism and everything. That's just the stats, the numbers aren't right. I mean, it is what it is. It sucks. But it's good to be aware and to know that and to accept it. It's like the same thing as like, I needed for some of my white friends to understand a white person getting pulled over is not the same thing as a black person getting pulled over. And I explained that they just did not really comprehend. And they got to hear the horse's mouth once a cop pulls over a vehicle and sees that there are 4 or 3 black males in a car that's pulled over versus there's some white guys in a car that they pulled over. The approach to that vehicle is on edge. It's not the same thing. So with this situation, I say this. With 2 men in a relationship, okay? And now there's a domestic situation. We don't want to call the cops because we are black domestically, okay? we're a same-sex relationship and we invite a cop over here into a situation where there's been a physical alteration, we ain't trying to call the cops on each other.
Exactly.
You know,
so think about two black men.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you don't. That's why it's underreported.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And I would really have to look at the statistics, like who are y'all measuring?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have countless friends who are in interracial lesbian relationships or same-sex relationships, period. And it's a mutual understanding.
Bro, I've seen too many of them. They go into blows, they go into fights, it even go to shooting sometimes. And they just can't leave each other alone. That love. Is that really love, though, if y'all fighting and being this abusive to each other? It's like that. I don't get that. I'm like, yo, this is, you know.
Yeah, but we also come from a generation who, you know, playing devil's advocate here. I don't want to go down the loophole. Who we say, oh, I want a relationship like my granny and Papa's. Papa got 5 of the relationships.
I've always said that.
And
he holding this down in one house, but he live down the road. You know, I get that.
But we come from, especially us as Black people, come from a generational thing where hurt and abuse and things are so easily ignored because, number one, it's a stigma around it. Mental health is not okay in the Black community. You're taught to keep it all in the household. What happens in this house stays in this house. It's so normalized that a lot of times when it boils over and it's reported, it's too late. All those signs of all those areas that we could have fixed it at have gone and they are past. And now we left to deal with the pieces of what's going on now.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see that 100%. I mean, just, you know, I think with the more and more that these, like the way the culture is getting, I think TV, I'll tell you this, I think that they do show more and more gay couples on TV, but they're not showing like the more reality side.
No, they don't.
And that's so if you only show the good parts, the happy stuff, or like the small conflicts they have versus what you're really up against. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're not prepared for that. It's just I just think it's misleading. I think what is the most, or what would you say is the most accurate portrayal on TV of a same-sex marriage? Mm.
Give us a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because it's on a lot of stuff, but just saying, who you say is close, you can say, like, this a real, like, well, the reason is people can watch some gangster shit or something like, yo, that shit authentic. That shit is authentically gangster. That's how the mafia really move. This is close to it.
So before I even answer that question, I can't think of any shows off the top of my head, but it also depends on the color of the experience. Yeah. You have a white same-sex couple, their parents may be more accepting. Their parents may be more, because my wife's family is very accepting, very progressive, very definitely tries to keep me involved. My family was a little different just because in a Black household there's not as much open about
it. We're in
the
South too.
Right. So it's very different.
Okay. Did you watch The L Word?
No, my wife did.
Okay. What about not The Joint? Did you watch Harlem? What do you watch?
Not TV.
Yeah. There's so many ladies, and I'm not mad at this, but I'm really shocked at so many people who don't watch. Like, people get farther and farther away from TV. Yeah. I meet so many girls who are like, I don't watch TV. I get that. Like I said, I'm painting, I'm doing all kinds of stuff, but I love movies. I mean, I work in a movie. I always love movies. I wrote plays and did that stuff. So I love watching and getting inspired by that. So what do you do? What takes your time away from TV? Sorry, come here.
I'm gonna say my music and my and my podcast. Honestly,
yeah.
What you do? Why you didn't say you podcast? I need to hear that.
Well, no, I don't podcast myself, but I enjoy.
You're a podcast listener. You love podcast, and I'm noticing a lot of people, they are getting into. That's why I'm glad I'm getting into this now. I'm 10 years behind the loop, but everybody is getting on platforms, saying what they need to say, doing what they need to do. I love it, but there's a lot of people who just don't watch TV. They podcast. They always got. And that's the thing, everybody always has music or some type of noise. You drive your car, you got your phone, you got everything, you work out, you got in here, you got all the stuff in here, so you're always engaged in something. So that's good to know that. So less TV, more. What books you read?
I haven't read the one book that I'm about to start. I can't remember what the name is, but I can give you a synopsis of it. It's about a young Black girl. She stayed up north. She went down to visit her grandparents or whatever for the summer. Came back home. Her best friend is missing. She tries to draw attention to it. Nobody's drawing attention to it because her best friend is a young, poor, on the side Black girl.
Oh, wow. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which I, and that's my thing. I really love true crime.
Yeah, true crime hit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what I've been watching, and I really would love to meet up with these guys because this is some shit. I'm about to touch on something real. I've been watching that Dads Against Predators, right? Mm-hmm. It's these guys on YouTube. They got this theme song. It's called Dads Can Get You. They don't start a division in South Carolina. I had no idea Hayward Mall was such a cesspool of just people going to take advantage of underage. Pedophiles, man. It is so bad. This guy, he catches you, and he'll go in the middle of the mall and just yell like, "Excuse me, everybody. This guy's here to meet a 14-year-old on Tinder, on this and that." And he goes, follows them to their car, takes a picture of their license plate. But he's so thorough with his chat logs before that, man. I said, wow, Hayward Mall is on some other shit right now.
South Carolina is on some other shit.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the problem because it's an easy corridor state. You got where 85, 26, and 95.
And the backwoods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's easy. It's so easy.
God.
Human trafficking, drugs, the whole thing. That's why, South Carolina's a badass place.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, South Carolina, I don't know if you saw my stat that South Carolina is number 3 in hate in our country. It's number 9, and I think it was, I can't think of, in crime per capita, like you're 1 out of 7 people from like, it's not a hate crime, but a physical crime. They did but based on crimes, 1 out of 7 is involved in this type of crime. But hate crimes, we're number 3 in the nation in South Carolina. So I'm like, wow, these stats are like crazy. Did you see the people on YouTube that were just riding down there? They was like going through riding this park. They just did a thing. They rode by the beacon and they were like looking at, so hey, this looks pretty cool. Let's go to this. And they rode around and everybody was like, oh, look where he at. Look where this at. And they was like looking up the stuff while they were driving. I didn't get my stats from them. They were just so excited. They were looking up Spartanburg as they were YouTubing driving through Spartanburg. And they were like, I can't believe this. I wouldn't have thought this. Like, so yeah, man. So, dude, I want you to go ahead. I want you to shout out your platforms, everything you got going on, everything you're doing, where they can find you at. I want them to this is your time. I want them to know exactly where to find you, and they want to reach out and, like I said, holler at you on all the things you're doing. Black Soc, let them know what's up, where they can link up with you at your connections.
Gotcha. So you can find me on Instagram at Nior, NOIR _ Soc, SOC. You can find me on Twitter, rgalt24 rgalt24 Twitter. Excuse me. And you can also find me on Facebook, same thing, NOIR SOC. Check me out. I also do have a project coming out. It's a book of poems and an actual audio project around the topic of narcissism and the cycle of narcissistic abuse. So check that out. The name of the project will be called Tsunami. So,
okay. What a name.
Tsunami is actually an acronym, and it stands for Therapy Sessions Uncovering Narcissistic Abuse, Melodic Interpretations. I think we've all been through, some form of that in our lives. And so I'm just happy that I can create poems and just art around all of that. So.
Amen to that. What's up, Raven? Tell them what's up.
I don't really got too much going on. But you can definitely find me at _begin_with_ambition _ on Instagram. But very low key.
I heard that. Well, I'm so glad that I got to see you and him together. It's been years. Like I said, I see Black Soc. I run into him every now and then, but we keep in touch on social. But just glad to have this, and I gotta have you back on because we got to talk some more shit about hip hop. But I'm glad we got to have a good understanding. We both clearly spoke what we spoke on the slap. I'm glad I got to have this talk with you because after this, I'm putting it to, I'm buried.
Yes.
Like I have nothing else. I don't even have a person I think is worthy. Not saying that they're not, but I don't even have to have this talk with another person because I feel like, we both, or the three of us, got what we needed to get from it, from these different angles, and it's fine. Yeah, I think it's an understanding from things from the sideline that each person got a different view of to add to the middle. Now we got a full picture of this event on how it went versus like just the typical key presser that's, oh man, this is that. Like, no, it was so much at play, mental wise, so many different things. And then what helped us have this talk even better is we took experiences from other cases outside of it and applied that to the guy in the wheelchair, to this, to that, to what you got. Like, you got to put all that shit to apply from the person that you seen with the camera that was back there to all these things. Put that together and then form your opinion, but don't just form your own opinion because everybody is entitled to their own view. But I feel good of knowing that I never have to talk about this again, and other people can harp on it. But I just want our culture to it's going to take some time to heal, to get past it. But I mean, it is what's done is done. We can't take it back. We don't know Doctor Strange. He can't summon one of those things to do the multiverse and all that. It happened. But I am super excited to just see your growth and see your maturity, see that you're married, see that, everything that's from what I guess 8 years ago. I'm happy to still be able to see you in the physical and not a Facebook rest in heaven. We miss you, still wish you were here. We not having that moment right now. We having a moment with each other, fellowship, sistership, talking junk, smiling, arguing, drinking, having a good time. And I am very glad to be able to be here, to be able to do this. So y'all know my people. Y'all hear them. Rock with them. Support them. You know where they want to eat at. Those restaurants they shouted out. Holler at them. And when you dare, tell them you heard some good things about them from these people. Check out the book. You know what I'm saying? Check out the podcast. If you're not a TV person, check out these books. Check out, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But if anything, love each other and look out to people that you ain't talked to. Sometimes it may be cool. I know people don't talk like that, but get together and be like, yo, I ain't talked in a while. We ain't got to do it on the podcast, but let's go eat. Let's go downtown. Grab something. Grab an appetizer. Chop it up because our community needs to get back together. You get what I'm saying? So at this time, my shout outs to all my folks, my Top Flight, you know what I'm saying? Top Flight cigars. I've been working on some cigars, by the way. I got a little something I've been brewing and making. I actually created some cigars that I need to get a big brew of them together, get them bad boys right. Like I said, 927. You got the the white party. It's coming up. I don't know. Kid Capri's going to be here.
Oh.
He's going to be downtown at Indigo Hall. You know what I'm saying? If you love old school DJ, what they going to be playing, what we talked about, he going to play the 90s. If you didn't know about Def Comedy Jam in the 90s, you probably ain't going to know what's going on. But Kid Capri with that name, lots of events. I'm trying to think, when does the Mardi Gras come? When does that normally happen? Is that a May thing? When Memphis had, I know you're not Memphis, but they had that Mardi Gras event at the auditorium.
It's around time because Easter is next week. Right?
Yeah, we got to see. We got to have that. Like, I'm glad the city is starting to get back. Music on Main. Where are you doing your poetry at?
Currently, I'm just online. I partner a lot with Free Upstate Poetry. The open mic is actually every other week. The open mic is actually virtual. Is actually next Friday. So check that out. There's usually a movie that's announced that you can watch to discuss and to share poems. And also, let me shout out that Instagram page as well.
Do that.
Let's see. So it is free. Hashtag, it is free upstate poetry. FREEUPSTATEPOETRY. Shout out to the host. Excuse me. Shout out to the host, Celestial Poet and Max Lit.
Okay, Celestial and Max Lit out there. Is there still who's on the upstate slam team this year?
So that would be your favorite Merce, Shay Black, Dove, and the slam coach is Black Phoenix.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So is it 2 teams or just one?
I believe it's just one this year, but I'm not sure.
Oh, well, y'all heard that here, man, that we will be discussing poetry and getting at this. This ain't the last that you don't seen or heard of me and him together. And I'm just glad to have this with you. And thank you for blessing my platform on this one, man. This is the I'm Here to Argue podcast. You know I'm on that Instagram, I'm Here to Argue podcast on Instagram. Trying to work this thing out. I had been streaming from YouTube, but the camera was just on me because of the, which I'm going to get into the StreamYard so I can have multiple camera angles, but I want to try to do a live stream for him just to see how this works, and I had a ball on here, so I love y'all. I thank y'all for messing with me, for rocking with me, and we hit this episode 22. It will be a year next month, so I got a couple more for this episode that I'm going to rock out. Next week I'll be at the Man Cave, the nail salon for men, all men nail salon. It's really cool vibe this lady got going on. I mean, she thought something left field to have this. Guys got to get their pedicures, manicures, and stuff too. They work in construction. They work on their feet. They do all this thing. And I know, you know what I'm saying, this is a real unique thing. So check this out. We're going to have a ball on that. But this is the I'm Here to Argue podcast. And this is Wild America. And again, thank you for rocking out. And we out. Woo, woo.